sing the song to you, don't they? Like I did. That was
What's going on here? Why can't I hear anything? I don't know what's up. Let me see. Oh, I know why I can't hear it. Hold on a minute. My thing is all messed up. Okay, and where is my... All right, so let me get over here to my stuff here. This was kind of like a non-interview interview. It was a phone call, but we never heard Don's voice. It wasn't like the other phone call with another person, and it wasn't a face-to-face interview. According to the Facebook post last night when Don said, I'm not supposed to talk to anybody, that is true, that his attorney is telling him that he should not be doing this. They're going to court tomorrow, and dependent on what he's advised, if he's advised that it's okay, he will sit down with Chris McDonough from the interview room I think tomorrow. But if he's advised that he shouldn't be, then he's not going to be. And it's what I'll go through what was said, but it was very, very scarce. And the majority of the video was about, talking about abduction, talking about high levels of risk for the offender and connections between the offender, the victim, and the place of contact. That's mainly what the video was about, and that all came about just by something Don said, which we didn't hear. We heard it through Chris, okay, about a phone call. I'm going to go through it all, but I just want you to know, if you didn't watch it yet, don't get disappointed that it wasn't, because you're not going to hear him speak, and you're not going to hear anything like that. You'll hear that tomorrow if he gets the okay. Well, I don't know. They'll do it tomorrow. I don't know when they would air it, if he gets the okay to speak. But if he doesn't, there won't be any more interviews. If he's advised that it could be detrimental to, I guess, his child protective services case, then he's not going to speak. So let me just go here so I can go over here. Okay, hang on. For some reason, why don't I have my... Oh, there's my... Okay. Could be tornadoes tomorrow. We're supposed to get some bad weather tomorrow. Some really bad weather. Let's see here. Jimmy left the TV so loud. Okay. Hang on 1 minute, because there is... Hold on, I just have to answer an email to a family member. Okay. Just now, where was I? Sorry. Live stream. Where's my live stream? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to go shut that TV. Okay, there's my live stream. No, it's not. Yes, it is. No, it's not. Hang on. Sorry, I'm just behind on this. I have to fix our chat. So I'm gonna go over this interview, non-interview kind of thing, okay? Okay. Let me save that and I'm going to shut, let me just, hold on. Let me shut this, he left this TV blaring. Be right there. Hang on. Okay. Okay, now we go here. All right, let me just change this live chat and then, hey, where's my live chat thing? There we go. All right, ready? Okay, so let's go to the notebook. So when he comes on, he takes time talking about the agenda and stuff, but then he says he spoke to Dawn on the phone. Dawn called him. They had a phone call. They spoke for a little under 30 minutes. Again, you never hear Dawn's voice. What's the matter, Chewy Gum? Carolyn, look behind you. Watch out. What are you talking about? What's going on? I'm lost, Chewy Gum. Why am I looking behind me? Watch out. What's behind me? Okay, whatever. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, so you never hear Don's voice. And what he does say is that Don said, "You broke my wife's heart on one thing. She told you I was not in the shed." And he said that he apologized to Candace that, for saying that. So Candace was, I guess, upset when she must have watched the video where Chris then said that he thought he was in the shed, right? Okay. And then he said that they have court tomorrow, and Don said his attorney said it's not the best idea to go public with interviews. Okay, and everybody was wondering when the attorneys were going to say that, right? And he said that he's damned if he does, he's damned if he doesn't. Whatever he says, just like Candace said, is twisted and whatever. So they, maybe the best thing is for him not to speak. But they just went to when he heard that Summer was missing, and he drives a red Subaru, and he said he was going so fast to get home that he was like all over the road and everything. And when he arrived, he was very frustrated because law enforcement was not on the scene. He said he felt they should have been there quicker. He repeated the story many times, and each time it gets crazier in his mind, he said. And then he talked about his religion as a Seventh-day Adventist, and hopefully he will speak again. And that was really it. It was, I think everybody would agree, it was a little bit of that part of it was a little bit of a letdown, because we thought we were going to hear him on the phone and all of this, right? But we didn't get to hear that. So then Chris says hopefully he'll be able to speak tomorrow face to face, and we'll see. But then the rest of the video from that point was about that Don says he thinks it's an abduction, okay? And he thinks that where he's going in his mind, he thinks that abduction theory, and he did not want to go too deep at the time with him on the phone, but he did say there's a possibility that he doesn't want to think that somebody has her and somebody killed her and buried her. Right? He claims he was not in the shed, and that it broke Candace's heart to have Chris say that in a video, that it broke her heart. Okay, let's see. He does not think that Candace would lie to him, okay? So he goes with the abductor theory. And then again, Chris is going to talk about why, victimology, geographic terrain, and he talks about a Dr. Spencer. He's a brilliant man, but not weighed in on this case, but he's skilled in geographic profiling. And then he looked at the possibility of geographic profiling in this. And then he takes you along on looking at the roads. There's another shed down below. He tells you everything has been... Mary Rose says he never said that. He never said what, Mary Rose? What did he never say? Tell me what he never said. He never said what? I'm going to get to that. It wasn't a true crime show. No, Buttercups, it was the True Network. It was a spring break show. What did he never say? Tell me what he never said, Rose. What did he never say? Yes, he did say that, Mary Rose. Yes, he did. At the end of Candace's interview, he said his aha moment was looking at the shed and thinking that maybe Dan was in there. Can people who heard that tell Mary Rose that Chris said that? And that is what he apologized for, Mary Rose, because in the very beginning, Don said, "You broke my wife's heart with one thing." Okay? He said, "You broke my wife's heart on one thing. She told you I was not in the shed." Please, Mary Rose, it is the facts. Go back and listen. He said he had an aha moment. He said it after Candace's interview. Okay? When he spoke to Don today, Don said it broke his wife's heart, to which Chris apologized. Watch the mention of the other shedding, talked about the roads. He did say that. Okay. I just want to hear Mary Rose. She was like, he did not say that. He did. And he apologized for it because it broke Candace's heart, according to Don. Okay. I take notes exactly as I don't look at the chat when he's going on. I'm writing. Okay. So then he went on to, he talked about Dr. Spencer, and then he talked a lot about profiling, okay? He takes you around through the road. He shows you that there is another shed. He makes a point. Hi, Hurricane Holly. He makes a point of saying, yeah, the girl's gone wild. Exactly. We'll get to that. He makes a point of saying that these sheds, the woods that you see, the ravine, everything has been searched. It's been searched. Okay, so every shed, every outbuilding, everything you see has been searched. Okay, by the TBI, FBI, EquiSearch. But he's just showing the one shed that's down towards the road. And then he's talking about that when you were up with Candace in the Candace's interview, thanks maybe, and they show you down that road, it's not really a road, it's like a trail in their woods, but it goes down to the road that he's on today when he's in the car. He shows what you can see up it when you're from the road as opposed to what you saw the day before going down, okay? And so he spends a lot of time on that, and he says, again, all the areas have been searched extensively, and he says at this stage, you need to step back and look at criminal behavior analysis and why a victim is selected. And if you go by Don's comments, he's saying abducted. So why would a girl like that be abducted? Well, you could say she could be abducted for trafficking, or she could just be an abduction for another purpose, right? Maybe somebody wants a little girl, maybe someone has sinister motives, whatever. It's another abduction. They're both abductions, okay? And it says that in the 3 hours after an abduction, two out of three of those 3 hours are useless. And they're useless because usually the parents are running around in a panic, he said. And when something like that happens, everything does slow down and it's hard to think. And that's absolutely true. It becomes very hard to think. And the last hour, he said, that those 3 hours is critical with a child. How a 5-year-old just evaporates into thin air. Okay? So you talk about abductions. He said you got a stranger abduction. Statistic, and you look at the statistics of a stranger abduction. And he gave the statistics that 64% of abductions happen from public places or children on bicycles. They do not usually happen from this type of location, okay? That doesn't mean it didn't happen. you look at risk levels, okay? And he spends time showing you the terrain, okay? How that it's, thank you, Deborah Schwenke, that the terrain is hard to navigate, okay? It's not going to be an easy place to just grab a child and run, okay? Because you have to park your car where? Where are you going to park your car? Well, if you have to park it on that main road and then you have to walk up that trail, then okay, then you get up there and you snatch the child. How do you snatch the child? You've got to go either in through that door by the kitchen. How are you going to get in there? And then, she says the boys were locked in. They couldn't go in, they couldn't go out. You've got the dogs, you've got the mother in the trailer. Then you don't know if Summer can open that door, if somebody can lure her out, if she can open it on her own. If she can't open it on her own, and it's locked, then what do you try to do? Get in from the other place, and then you've got to go down those stairs to the basement. So it was, there's a high risk level with that terrain. And then you've got to look at the offender's risk level, okay? Geographic location, you went in this, and then you have to ask yourself about the relationship. What's the relationship between the victim and the offender and the original contact site? Okay, the parents' bedroom, he said, is to the left of those stairs. And this is when he said they had True TV on. And it was a spring kind of break video where girls are lifting up their shirts. And yes, so they're lifting up their shirts, but it's not porn per se is what he wanted to clear up, okay? That was on. But who would have been watching that? Or is that just, there's something else that was on that station and then it just came on? Okay. If you go to the right, Summer's bedroom is there. So how would a suspect take her? Would a suspect be in there lying, in wait, just waiting in there? Then that would be a planned, organized event if that was the case. Okay. Child of that age is a high-risk situation. And if you go back to Candace's interview, she said the boys were locked in, no one out. He doesn't really know what that means, he says. How is no one in, no one out? They didn't go into specifics. How did Summer get out of the house, right? How would she get out of the house? Do we know for sure she could open that basement door? Nobody knows. Did someone lure her, right? Did she go down that road? He talks about the parking area, the terrain being extremely dense. He also explains that a month ago, because these trees have been trimmed, remember they had the tree trimmers, it was even more dense a month ago when, more than a month ago when Summer went missing. All areas, again, he says, are thoroughly searched. The steep hill up to their property on the backside, okay, the suspect would have to navigate all that rough terrain. That's a lot to take on. Then there's a little creek that runs around the property, and he shows from down on that road, you could see Grandma's trailer, you can see Don's shed, and you can see the tip of the house. Okay, and when you can see down to the road, can you see up? So would he be able to conceal a vehicle well? Whoever this offender would be, if this is an abduction by a stranger, or would they be able to? They'd have to conceal their vehicle, right? That's a heavily traveled road, he said. And let's see, the dog trail is the other way. And then he talked a little bit about, dogs. You wouldn't want to bring a dog into the bedroom if no one saw Summer there because they could destroy evidence. Instead, you would get something with a scent on it. Okay, so if the victim went in the basement but no one saw her, you wouldn't bring the dogs there. He said the canine doesn't want to contaminate the basement area, so they take something out to the dog to pick up the scent. He takes the visual up to the Wells property Again, says the brush was much thicker over a month ago, but they've been trimming the trees now. The next question you need to ask yourself, what's the relationship between the offender, the victim, and the contact site? And the circumstance. A 5-year-old, went in the house, came out to plant flowers, got escorted by mom back in the house. At some point, it is said she goes into the basement area, and then when Candace comes back, she goes into panic mode. Okay, could an offender have come on there and they didn't see anything, right? Because it only has 2 points of entry. Again, the kitchen and the basement. And Candace cannot remember if the door was open or closed. Could an offender have coaxed her to open the door if she could even open it, if it was locked? And he says, so I'm saying he because it's very rare for a female, as they profile to commit this type of a crime. He talked about a Wesley Dodd, a child serial killer that he spent a lot of time with before he was executed. And he talked about the risks that he would have taken. And finally, he was caught because he took a very high risk where he took a child from a public place, which was in a bathroom, and that's how he was caught. And again, Dawn said, one of my fears is that she was taken and she's deceased and buried somewhere. So circumstance plus situation and, this very low environment. Low to me, he's just talking about how you gauge all this stuff. Stranger abductions, okay. Then if you have it. What the freak is that? Then you have a targeted stranger abduction, okay, because the offender has been there. And that's would be explained like in the case of Elizabeth Smart. That was a targeted stranger abduction, okay? But he really doesn't know. He talked about the victimology. Who is Summer, okay? Not was. Who is Summer? Miss Robin talked highly of Summer. He said a lot of people say she was a quiet girl. She is not a quiet girl. And Candace gave us the Paw Patrol and what she liked to play with and gave us information about her there. Robin describes her as a vivacious little girl with an energy about her. Always wanted to touch Robin's face and move me over. And so Chris was saying, yes, a little girl that wanted to look someone right in the eyes, right? And what were they working on in Sunday school? They were working on reverence. And then he explained a little bit about how people said there were sheds all around the area like this. And what teenagers do is they go in there looking for something. They go through them. And they had that one shed below the property, again, searched. But that's the opposite direction of where the basement door, he said, is. So it wouldn't really make sense that somebody would be hiding there. And then he was talking about the sheds, but said, yes, they've all been searched. Sometimes people can come back to those areas, okay? And you have a method of logic with these offenders. Sometimes it causes them to elevate their risk levels, but it's a tough task to go up that road that he said that all the gravel's being washed down and there's potholes and it's rough, and he went up with a 4-wheel drive, and that's why they have a Subaru. It's not just something that almost anybody could navigate. You'd have to really be, have the right type of vehicle to go up that road. It's not an easy road. And Dawn talked about dark places in earlier interviews, Chris said. And again, maybe that's why he's saying that he fears someone took her, killed her, and buried her. And with percentages, like I said, 64% of children that are abducted from public places or off bikes. and less than 300 children are randomly abducted. And it used to be less than 100, but that's changed. Okay, what about the animal theory? Well, because I think it was someone in EquiSearch said that one of their searchers ran into a bear and it was in the middle of the day. How could you rule that out? You really can't. But how does she leave the basement? So you're going to look at her routines, right? And you're looking for confirmation. Grandma, Candace, they were, with their timeline, okay? This is in regards to the timeline. They were seen in stores, he said. And you base that on the 911 call. And when they were seen, he's thinking that it puts, I guess, her disappearance at about a 1:33 p.m. timeline. And was she exhausted? Well, you have to look when she went to bed, when she got up. Now, Candace did say she would sleep till 12 if she let her, and she did get her up very early because they were at the hospital, she said, by 8:30. Then she went swimming, and yeah, it's very possible she would fall asleep in the car. Little kids do that a lot at that time. Okay. And someone asked, was it like purposely so hard to get in the basement? Maybe and that wasn't the case. It was more that that was just how that was built with the addition for some reason. And then they asked about that cave under the house. Could a adult stay in there? Yes, an adult could definitely fit under there. Now, so that was about it. So a lot of it was just about profiling and, putting those three things together and talking about that to see if that abduction theory is a feasible one. Okay? So that was really it. As for the interview, we really didn't hear anything other than, I think, when he said that it broke Candace's heart about the shed. Other than that, I don't think, because he said before in a newspaper interview that he didn't think he would see his daughter alive again, remember? And he said about the abduction. So, I thought the video was at 3:09 p.m. Mary Rose, I am telling you what we're discussing, one interview. This is what the interview room has said. Okay? That's the timeline that he gave. I can't help you out on that. I'm covering that, what the interview room said. Don't think Don will give an interview. We shall see. If he gets clearance from his attorney tomorrow, he said he does want to give a face-to-face interview where he sits down with Chris. But that remains to be seen what happens tomorrow, right? Parents could be covering. Hi, Tracy Thomas. Hello, Patricia Nanity. I think it was a typo. She met unknown. Okay. I think Chris is right. Don was hidden on the property. Jay Quinn. Hop to it. Was anything more mentioned about the people who were squatting? No. Nope. They were apparently still there after Summer's disappearance. Where are they now, I wonder? Sharon, I can take it off the redundancy, but I'll try to take it off the redundancy on the factor of that. But that was about it. Did anybody, if you found something else that you think is significant that I left out of there, let me know. Type it up there. Let me know. Trying to There we go. Yeah. Hi, Nana Patty. Julie, just came on. Sorry, my question is about the grandmother. Has that been discussed? What about the grandmother? Someone could have been camping out in those woods and watching her. Could have, Carol. Yeah. Probably was open or unlocked. If she did go down in the basement, she may have wandered out. No, that was good. Okay. Grandma went to have surgery on her knee. That was long booked in for. And the shoes. Thank you so very much for covering this story for all of us. It's such that you're welcome, Melissa. You okay, Carolyn? Oh yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Property. The property is hard to access. It absolutely is. Thank you, Hope. It's very hard to access, and I think that's what he was trying to show without saying too much. I really do. Do you get the gist that he was trying to show that it was, I mean, to me, my opinion, that he was trying to show that it was unlikely to be a stranger abduction? Did you take that away from what he said or not? To me, I think he was trying to show it would be an unlikely. Not that it was impossible, but that it would be unlikely. Do they live close to any ponds, lakes? There's just a small creek, but she was saying it was only an inch deep of water. Nothing can happen there, so they weren't worried about that, and I didn't see any ponds or anything. There's another 5-year-old boy missing in Arizona. Yeah, I heard about that, Buttercups. You agree, Maui girl? You did too. Okay. Pink peppermints is not really. Okay. Yes, he was trying to show the detective thought process. Most likely with new info, in my opinion. I got that impression as well. Yes, especially with the statistics. I got it. If a friend came to visit Candace the day and gave her something and she passed out and then took Summer. Yeah, that could happen. But what about Grandma? Grandma too? That's a lot of dogs, Lily, to throw meat to. That's what that, I mean, somebody said that yesterday, but there's like 14 dogs. And there's always going to be ones that get done, and then what are you going to do? Hi, Robbity Bob. To show how hard it would be to carry out there. Yes, exactly, Juanita. That is what I believe he was showing to everyone. That, okay, well, here's this theory, but let's see. Let's see how feasible it would be to do that as a stranger, as someone that doesn't know. It was definitely someone who was familiar with the area. If she even went back to the house, we don't know. We don't know exactly. You got that and was hoping he'd elaborate on dog search. How do they feed all those dogs and cats? Yeah, I don't know. I guess they do. Does happen. Yes, it can happen. It sure can. He kept saying how it's generally someone known to the child in abduction. Aries girl. Hey, Aries girl. Haven't seen you. I think it's weird that he brought up Elizabeth Smart. Well, he said something about Dawn having a connection to Elizabeth Smart somehow. And then, but he was trying to say that that was a targeted stranger abduction. Hi, Susie B. You had a strong thought. What if one of the boys, that would explain it. What if one of the boys accidentally killed Summer? That would be a huge cover-up. I don't know, Lily J. We're kind of just waiting for more facts to come out if there's any. Yes, John Masaki, I've seen it and I've done a video of my reaction to it. It's in this Summer Walls playlist. You suspect the next door neighbor? Please look into him. Are you talking about the man that brought the kids to the miniature golf? They did mention that man, and they said that he said, I believe the TBI took that man, held him up by his ankles, and shook him out, meaning that he's been thoroughly questioned, he's sure. Peppermint says, I felt Chris showed a targeted stranger attack was still very possible, just not likely a random attack. Sharon says, going by the reported timeline, it does make us wonder, how could things happen so quickly? But if the timeline was way off, that was my thought exactly when he was holding on to the boy in his interview. That was my thought exactly when he was holding on to the boy in his interview. Who was... Oh, you're talking about Don and his son? How do you know they haven't, Karen H? The man changed look, shaved his beard around the time of the abduction. Grandma asleep in the cabin. Candace passed out on the bed. Juanita says, it's possible, Juanita. Anything is at this point, you know what I mean? Just about anything. What if the dogs were used to the abductor and known to Summer? I believe Summer was taken. Okay, let me see if he's posted anything new on Facebook. Oh, and before I forget, can you guys, you remember Manager of Three Monsters and her nephew was a little baby? He's a little baby, I'm sorry. When he was a little baby, he's not that big of a baby now, but when he was a very little baby, he was diagnosed with cancer, and then he went into remission. Well, he's been in remission for 10 months, and she said it's come back, and it's very bad, and he needs prayers. So please give him prayers. That's Avery. Avery needs prayers, okay, as he deals with this remission. He's come out of remission, I'm sorry. And let's see, he has a reoccurrence of it. So yeah, please pray for him. And also for Tapered Fairy, please send prayers because, let me see, who is it that's missing? It is her son's brother has been missing for 3 days. She said, the circumstances are quite odd, but we fear the worst. Please send prayers for divine intervention of God. Yeah, and so Manager of Three Monsters says, it's been a difficult week. After 10 months in remission, we got the latest biopsy results back. again from his face. They were certain it was solid tissue or scar tissue, but Avery's cancer is back and it's bad. We are stunned. Our hearts are shattered. I know you love him and wanted to let you know. I will keep you updated. Please pray hard for him. Thank you so much. I love you very much, and I'm always holding you in my heart. So yeah, please pray for little Avery. And let me just see something else here, because oh, now I'm trying to find out if Dawn posted anything. Let me see here. Okay, here's what Don had said about Elizabeth Smarts. He said that when he was in Utah, he was approached by Brian David Mitchell asking for money, and that's Elizabeth Smarts' kidnapper. Okay. I'm trying to see if he's posted anything to Facebook. I'm not seeing anything new. Let me see. Yeah, I don't see anything new from Dawn on Facebook. But so that was about it about that. Now you say there's a 5-year-old in Arizona, but no, it's in Fruitland, Idaho. Body of 4-year-old girl swept away in Pima, Arizona floodwaters was found. Is that there's she was swept away in the floodwaters, and then there's a 5-year-old Arizona boy. His body was found, but that's an old one. But they have Fruitland Police. Is this one you think? It's not Arizona. Okay, it's Idaho. It's Fruitland, Idaho. Fruitland Police need help finding a missing 5-year-old boy, Michael Joseph Vaughan, who also responds to the nickname Monkey, was reported missing at 7:30 p.m. Tuesday. Michael was last seen on foot at 6:30 Tuesday evening near his home, Southwest 9th Street in Fruitland. Michael is considered missing and in danger. He was last seen wearing a light blue Minecraft t-shirt and dark blue boxer shorts. He's 43 inches tall and weighs 50 pounds. Where he's found. Gosh, hold on, let me get a picture of him. Is that the one, is that the child you're talking about? Fruitland Police Department, 208-642-6006. Local law enforcement, EMS agents, and community members joined in on the search for Michael. Those efforts included vehicles, foot, and aerial searches thanks to drones and a St. Luke's helicopter. Fruitland Police say they're looking into infrared thermal systems were used with no success. Idaho Mountain Rescue later joined the search with their highly trained search and rescue personnel and canine tracking dogs. Police are asking residents to check their property and security cameras for any sign of the boy. Fruitland Police said as of Wednesday morning, Michael's whereabouts are still unknown and the investigation is ongoing. In a release, the department thanked the community and partnered first responders for their help for thoroughly searching the area. If you know anything about where Michael Vaughan may be, call 911 or call the Payette County Sheriff's Office at 208-642-6006. Authorities found a missing girl from Texas was found at the Florida home of a felon where he was keeping a semi-automatic weapon. The unidentified girl from Dilley, Texas, told her parents she was going to an all-inclusive church retreat in Florida earlier this month, and when her parents were unable to reach her by phone after she left for the trip, they contacted police and reported her missing. Charlotte County, Florida Sheriff's Office told the media that investigators traced the girl's phone and found that it pinged at a location in Port Charlotte. Police reported to the residents, but the suspect, who was renting the property, initially refused to answer the door, and officers saw him running to a back room. Eventually, police made contact with the owner of the property, who convinced the suspect, 38-year-old Vincent Joseph Robusto, to bring the girl to the door to speak to police. Get a picture of the suspect. Okay, and once he did, Robusto was taken into custody and authorities searched the home where they found a semi-automatic handgun and rounds of ammunition. The girl told police that she had wanted to come to the door when police arrived, but Robusto did not let her. An investigation found that the girl had not registered for the church retreat or previously attended the church that hosted it. The girl told police that she flew into Fort Myers and took a short walk from the airport where she met Robusto. the girl's friend told police that the girl had been communicating with an older man online. The girl told police that after Robusto picked her up, he brought her back to the rental where they had dinner, and he gave her a vape pen with an unknown substance in it. The girl's been reunited with her parents, but the report does not confirm whether she's being medically evaluated. Robusto is a convicted felon. Though the details of his criminal history are not yet known, he's facing numerous charges, including false imprisonment of a person against their will, and is in custody in the Charlotte County Jail on $325,000 bond. At least she was found alive. And wow, I wonder how many times he's done this before. Wow, look at this. An Arkansas woman turned herself in on Tuesday for allegedly having her adopted son endure unnecessary medical procedures for ailments he did not have. From 2017 to 2019, Christy Schneider intentionally provided false information to doctors and medical experts so that her son would receive medical treatments. Schneider and her husband adopted the boy in 2014, and Schneider used an online platform to bring attention to his so-called illnesses, which included a chromosomal abnormality, cognitive learning disability, a seizure disorder, and a heart condition. She claimed her son was in excruciating pain, and he was given high doses of narcotics such as fentanyl and morphine. In February of 2019, the family received media attention after hundreds of members of law enforcement greeted the 9-year-old boy while en route to Arkansas Children's Hospital, where he was to receive end-of-life care. However, court records stated that his condition improved at the hospital upon having a nutrition line removed. Once discharged from the Arkansas Children's Hospital, the boy was treated at the Mayo Clinic in Minnesota. The doctors there reportedly recommended weaning Schneider's son off of the narcotics. Schneider not only failed to relay this information to physicians once back in Arkansas, but she requested the boy have a port placed in his chest and claimed that the Mayo Clinic suggested it. The 11-year-old boy was taken out of the couple's custody in September of 2019 after the Department of Human Services received a tip from regarding child abuse. Afterwards, several of the boy's doctors and his DHS attorney said he was a victim of Munchausen syndrome by proxy, a disorder in which a caregiver lies about someone in their care having an illness or sometimes causes that person to become sick. During the DHS hearing, one of the boy's primary care physicians claimed that she grew concerned over the last 3 to 4 visits because the boy's symptoms and pain did not correspond with what she observed. The doctor said at one point she planned to stop a certain treatment as the boy was expected to die, and when he survived, the doctor overheard Schneider say he did a bad job of dying. The doctor said the boy was small, malnourished, and often on oxygen in a wheelchair while in Schneider's care. The doctor claimed she had seen him 3 times since he was put in foster care, and he has gained weight, is walking and jumping, and is no longer on oxygen. A total of 6 doctors testified that Schneider fabricated her adopted son's medical conditions. She was charged with first-degree endangering the welfare of a minor. She was released from custody and posted a $100,000 bond. I feel like this is deja vu again. And Arkansas Attorney General's office announced Wednesday that they're going to sue the couple for fraud for receiving nearly $32,000 in money, services, and gifts for their son's fabricated medical condition. Okay, let's see. Here's something about summer now again. Let me see. See what we can get out of here. Let's see. A leader of one of the law enforcement agencies involved in the search for summer wells expressed frustration with a nonprofit search agency that reportedly performed a volunteer search effort for missing summer wells this past weekend. That would be EquiSearch Midwest. The second time since the 5-year-old girl from East Tennessee disappeared in mid-June. Kingsport Times News reported that EquiSearch Midwest returned to the rural search area over the weekend with trained volunteers. On Tuesday, Churchill Rescue Squad Captain Tim Coop indicated that EquiSearch Midwest had not kept up its end of the agreement to communicate with police following the search. We didn't have, I'm quoting, okay, we didn't have any issues with them the first time, and I can't confirm that we had any issues with them the second time, just because I'm not sure what they ended up doing. That's Coop speaking. And he confirmed that the organization had gotten permission from Coop and the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office to conduct a volunteer search. Coop went on to say they said they were going to give me and the Sheriff's Office all the information about what places they searched, and as of Tuesday, neither have received it. Whatever they've done this past weekend, they've done and orchestrated and have kept that all to themselves. According to the report, Coop announced at a news conference Tuesday that the Churchill Rescue Squad was no longer the lead agency in the search, but it was possible that could change if police request a new physical search. He also expressed concern about well-intentioned volunteers who may inadvertently compromise the investigation by trespassing on private property. These additional agencies wanting to come back in, with it still being an active investigation, with it all being private land over there, we felt as an agency that it would be better for any other searchers to go through the sheriff's office. Coop told the newspaper, it's private land, and not knowing where they went or what they went over or who they talked to, it just opens up too many more issues. Okay, so that's all there is there. Okay, let's see what happened here. California authorities have made an arrest following a Monday night shooting at a Corona movie theater that left one teen dead and another on life support. Corona police arrested 20-year-old Joseph Jimenez on Tuesday night and charged him with murder, robbery, and attempted murder. Witness statements led authorities to the suspect. This happened around 11:45 p.m. at the Regal Edwards Corona Crossings Theater in Corona. According to police, the victims were watching The Forever Purge, the latest installment in a series of movies that centers around the government allowing people to commit crimes. Corona Police spokesperson Corporal Tobias Korakubakalis said it's unclear whether these shootings have anything to do with the theme of the movie. Grand Canyon University student Riley Goodrich, 18, died at the scene, while 19-year-old TikTok star Anthony Baharas was rushed to the hospital in serious condition and he is now on life support. Reports that police carried out a search warrant Tuesday night at Jimenez's home off of Envoy in El Cerrito. The home is located about 2 miles north of the Regal Edwards Cinema. During the search of the residence, a firearm and additional evidence related to the crime scene was discovered. The firearm matched the caliber of the weapon used in the murder, police said. The attack was not gang-related, appears to have been an unprovoked incident. We do not have a motive for this heinous, unprovoked crime. Jimenez is behind bars on $2 million bail. Anyone with additional information should contact Corona Police at 951-736-2330 and hit option 3 for Senior Detective Dan Negu. A man and a woman were found dead near an Ohio campsite Tuesday after losing contact with family weeks before. The pair from Pickaway County had gone camping in the equine area of the Appalachian Hills Wildlife Nature Preserve, and they lost contact with their family members in early July. The couple has not been identified, as it is not known whether they left it is not known when they left for the camping trip. It's not clear if or when family members first contacted police, but the report states that the Ohio Department of Natural Resources began a wellness check for the couple and that agents felt something wasn't right, prompting the missing man's mother to file a missing persons report. The Morgan County Sheriff's Office said that in their news release. Let's see, the Sheriff's Office joined the Ohio Department of Natural Resources for a search, and investigators found the couple's vehicle and trailer, which were impounded. On Tuesday, investigators searched the wooded area near the campsite, and they found both the man and the woman dead, but in different locations. One male suspect has been taken into custody. Authorities have not publicly released any further information at this time. Well, police in Houston are investigating a bizarre incident. They found 3 children, 4, 5, and 8, walking near a gas station near Interstate at about 3:30 a.m. on Tuesday. The children reportedly told police they thought mommy was dead, and police went to the home in Antioch Village Apartments. The woman was reportedly found in the bathtub, bleeding extensively, with numerous puncture wounds to her torso and legs. Emergency responders provided life-saving aid, and she was transported to the hospital in critical condition. Investigators reportedly say that the woman's boyfriend was at the home at some point, but have not been able to find him. Police have not determined if the woman was attacked or if the wounds may have been self-inflicted, and the woman has not been publicly identified. Let's hope she recovers there. Ohio authorities are searching for a 12-year-old boy who vanished from an outing on Saturday. Let's see, here's the 12 boy. Caden Clark took a trip with a group home to watch a Cincinnati Reds game, and according to police, left the group at some point and has not been seen since. He was last seen around 12:40 p.m. Authorities reportedly say they believe Caden could be downtown Cincinnati area with a girlfriend. See, it says 12 and it says 15. I think he's 15. It says it's downtown area with the girlfriend. Anyone with information on his whereabouts should call 513-979-4400. Oh no. The missing 13-year-old boy was found deceased behind Walmart in Tallahassee. The body of 13-year-old Florida boy who vanished while walking to a store on Friday afternoon was found dead late Sunday night. The body of Darius Swain was found behind a Tallahassee Walmart not far from where he was seen. Florida Department of Law Enforcement issued a missing child's alert on Sunday. The Tallahassee Police Department has not confirmed the boy's identity, saying only that they're conducting a death investigation where a juvenile male was found dead at about midnight. Family members said Swain, who was visiting his father from Sanford, headed for the Family Dollar at about 2:30 p.m. on Friday, but never returned. Search dogs tracked the boy's scent to a nearby Dunkin' Donuts, and searches spread out from there. Investigators ask anyone who may have seen something to call 850-891-4200, and they can remain anonymous by calling Crime Stoppers at 850-574-TIPS. That's sad. Prayers. Here's a 6-year-old boy that was found safe. Some good news for a change. Alabama authorities were searching for the 6-year-old boy who disappeared on Sunday. He was last seen at 11 p.m. in Waterloo wearing gray shorts. The child was last seen in a 2012 Dodge Ram 1500. Okay, and he has been found safe. So that's a good thing. Oh, look at this. Finally, Maya Milete's husband is named a person of interest 6 months after his wife vanished while planning divorce. Remember this case with the freezer and all of that? I think we might really finally be getting close to something here. Police announced that a California man is a person of interest in the ongoing disappearance of his wife who vanished in early January. Chula Vista police said in a statement that they filed a gun violence restraining order against Larry Milete in May. On Wednesday, during a court hearing for that order, he was named a person of interest in the disappearance of Maya. Maya vanished on January 7th after video chatting with friends and getting into an argument with her husband. The missing woman's sisters said she disappeared the same day. She scheduled an appointment with a divorce lawyer. Maya's husband allegedly said they had gotten into an argument and she locked herself in the bedroom. She was reported missing on January 9th, and her family learned that she was not in her bedroom, as her husband had previously claimed. Her identification card, her credit cards, and her phone also remain unaccounted for. Her credit card has not been used since her disappearance, and her phone goes straight to voicemail. At the time the gun violence restraining order was filed, authorities used Larry Milete's accused him of having an illegal assault weapon and unregistered firearms. The document stated that he purchased firearms after a search warrant was executed at his Chula Vista home. Larry refused to tell police who he gave the newly purchased guns to. Police reportedly also conducted a search warrant at Larry's home, at his uncle's home, where they seized 2 unregistered assault weapons. Despite Larry being called a person of interest during Wednesday's court hearing, local police said they will not be providing additional information on this case due to the ongoing nature of the investigation. Larry was said to be helping with the search, but he eventually stopped cooperating with police, retained a lawyer, and stopped attending vigils. No arrests have been made regarding this disappearance yet, but I think they're coming soon. Oh, what is this? Pregnant mom and young child killed by a driver who fled from the police. Pregnant Georgia woman and her young child are dead after a man fleeing from police crashed into them in Clayton County. The incident occurred at the intersection of Georgia 138 and West Fayetteville Road at about 1:30 a.m. Reports say that officers spotted a man asleep in a Ford F-150 and knocked on his window to wake him up. They knocked on the window attempting to wake the male, said the Clayton County Police spokesperson, Sergeant Julia Isaac. The man woke up in a confused state and he sped down Highway 138. Shortly after, police received another call involving the F-150 and another vehicle. The suspect apparently crashed into a minivan with a pregnant woman and a small child. And they found when police arrived, they found the F-150 driver dead on the scene. The mother and her child were found in the other vehicle in critical condition. The driver of the other vehicle was a male who was also listed in critical condition. The woman, her unborn baby, and the child subsequently passed away from their injuries. The dog was inside the vehicle, but it's unclear whether it was hurt. The names of the parties are being withheld at this time so authorities can notify their families. Well, prayers for that. That's terrible. Okay, I'm going to go back to the chat. And it's coming up. Okay. Mommy Ramsey, entire H interviews make me feel like he made a mistake or an accident with Summer, and Candace has nothing left, so she is trying to protect H and what family she has left. I don't know that. Did anyone hear about the 6-year-old that was kidnapped while riding her bike? Yes. That was a couple weeks ago. That was pretty remarkable. Yeah. The neighbor acted fast, and they got the little girl. But according to that's a high statistic that kids are taken on bikes many times. 64% of the time, right? 64% of the time they're taken from a public place or they're taken on bikes. Hair is so crazy hair. The debate about the milk jugs? What debate about the milk jugs? There's a lot of creators that are trying to make a lot of crap about the milk jugs by blowing up the picture. It's like the shadows. We don't do that here. We don't do that here. It's a good thing. Yeah, the neighbor was there. Absolutely. That little girl was saved because of that fast action. Yes, absolutely. Aries Girl says, I think Don is suspicious. Yeah, his background is, let alone the domestic violence situation, that C dropped charges on him for domestic violence. It's a cycle that doesn't end. Harry Aries girl. Julie W says that's so silly. So what else? I'm going to open up. Hi, Made of Stardust. They are going to abuse the Summerwell case in the same manner they did another case. Well, yeah, there are certain creators that have just done it. They've gone from Cash Gurnan to Summer Wells to the other little boy that some want to say is connected to the Molly Tibbetts case, and Xavier Harrelson. That's what certain people do. It's sad. Jobs officially rolled out as suspects. Yeah. I think what people see is, well, hey, this worked for this other creator, so let me see if I can grab a picture, and then I can make people see all different things with the picture. And I could throw up a picture right now, just a regular picture, and make you think you're seeing all kinds of things with it. Because when you blow something up and you bring it down, you go over here and you change the contrast and you change the color, you could see anything you want. And if you tell somebody long enough and you convince them that they're seeing something, they're going to see it. A lot of them will. So much in the last 6 weeks. It really makes your head swim. It does, Kevin. Like she's just disappeared into thin air. Right? Evaporated into thin air. Where is she? Where could she be? Where could she be? Did I? No, I don't know what I was thinking. Yes, I think so too. I'm making good money on it. Well, yeah, that's the whole point. The YouTube has a lot of scammers on it. They really do. They really do. Power of persuasion, yeah. What would you like to do? Call in? All right, let me get the number. I'll put the number in. You can call in if you want. Where am I? Okay. You can give your views on the interview or anything else. Not the case. And if we get someone, let me see, what time is it? 1:48. There should be a number and remove these hate. Yeah, that would be lovely if we could do that, Made of Stardust. Something's going to have to be done because it's getting worse and worse and worse. It really is. Okay. All right. All right, let me see here. Put that there. Let me put the number in Slack. Hold on, I'm just trying to put this. Sorry, talk amongst yourselves for a minute. Talk amongst yourselves. All right, there you go. I think my watch is saying, charge me. Yes, in my opinion, all those channels should be shut down. They should be, because they are going against terms of service. But YouTube doesn't enforce their terms of service, unfortunately. Sooner or later, they will be held responsible and have to be accountable. Everyone should be contacting their legislatures about this problem. We voted. That's very good, Mimi, if everybody could. I've been thinking about that today and thinking about trying to get maybe some type of a letter drafted that people could go with. And then regarding, remember I said bringing awareness to how bad it was by bringing the SWAT now on the heels of that other case. If maybe I could write up a letter and everybody could try to hit their media stations with it. That could be a way to help too, to get stuff out there that YouTube is not taking things seriously and someone is going to get killed. Okay. La 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 la. So, high nurse of all trades. Yeah, now that we were going that route and then the pandemic came, so now we have to get back on it before we get too bad with the Delta. I was just thinking about that today during my bike ride. Thanks, Mimi. Ouch. I just Deb? What Deb did you say? What Deb did you see? Hi, Lorraine. How are you? See if anybody comes on. I'm not going to stay on too late tonight because I got very little sleep yesterday, and I've been going and going, and I've got to go tomorrow because I got a big day. Oh, here's Mimi. Hi, Mimi. Better turn up my volume. I don't think my volume is up. Hi, Mimi.
Hey, Carolyn.
How are you?
Resting.
You're resting? Oh, did
Yeah.
you had your, wait. What'd you have to have done?
I had my eye done 8 days ago.
Right. But didn't you have to go for something else?
Yeah, my rheumatologist as well. I'm just wiped out from waiting in doctors' waiting rooms. It's
Oh,
horrible.
yeah, I know. The waiting is the hardest part, like Tom Petty said.
It's like if they tell you your appointment's at 1 o'clock, and then they don't see you until 2:30. Why don't you just say your appointment's at 2:30?
Exactly.
Ugh.
Good
It's a
night,
great
Sharon.
idea about that letter.
Yeah, we gotta get on that stuff. Deb, who was on the panel? Deb, she said, Deb, you were on that panel. Is that Scooter, Deb? What Deb? Carol. Or does she mean Deborah Van Couverden? There's a good Netflix doc on called Once Upon a Murder. What's it about? Made of Stardust. What is it about? Once Upon a Murder. Is it new? Scooter? Hi, Kathy from Texas. Linda Uribe. And Leonard. To Scooter. What's with
We actually need Scooter to come up so that she always looks at the chat. I can't see it tonight.
To Scooter. Were you on a panel? Did you go on a panel? Why is she laughing? Because she went on a panel again? We can't hear you. I was talking to Deb. Did you? Yes, Carol. You said, Deb, good job going on that panel. You were so brave. I said, what Deb are you talking to? Deb Van Couverden or Deb Scooter? Hi, Hurricane Holly. Hi, Aurora.
Hi, Scooter. Did you do your hair again?
Did you do your hair again, Scooter?
Or maybe it's just these improved eyes.
What is she doing?
Blowing her nose.
I don't know what's going on.
Allergies?
I think she's being a goofball.
Oh, goodness.
Deb, you went on a panel that you were very brave about? Oh, you'll have to tell me.
Maybe that's a new type of communication thing with tissue.
I think she's trying to be funny. I really do.
Well, I can't hear her if she's saying anything.
It's no problem, Carol. I'm just wondering what happened. When you're saying she had to be very brave, it sounds like bad. Was it a bad channel? Your panel, Carolyn. My panel? Oh, okay. I'm lost, Deborah. Okay, I get you. I got you now. I don't know what. Okay. I got you now, Carol. I got you. Scooter, you have no sound.
I do now.
What happened?
Can you hear me?
Yeah?
Okay.
What happened?
Nothing.
What, are you sick?
No, just the allergies.
See, I've said it. Allergies. Do you take Benadryl?
No, do you?
When I do have allergies, I do take Benadryl.
Doesn't it knock you out?
Nothing lets me sleep.
What?
I get a little drowsy, but it wouldn't knock me out. I don't buy the one from the aisle. I get it from behind the pharmacy counter. And I just take one pill and it'll help you for like 6, 8 hours.
What's the difference? I'm confused.
The one that's in the aisle has something called, I might pronounce it wrong, diphenhydramine, and the one behind the pharmacy actually has pseudoephedrine in it. And you're limited to like one box a month.
Okay, yeah.
But get it from behind the pharmacy. It'll help you.
It always knocks me out, you know.
Well, you're taking
I
a
would take
drowsy
it, like,
one
at
then.
bedtime.
I think the one with the diphenhydramine makes you more sleepy. And the only reason they keep the other one behind the counter
Because people were
because of all
using it for
those
meth.
idiots were using it to make meth.
Mm-hmm.
No, yep, I know. Why, so we were all expecting, hi, everybody in chat. We were expecting Chris to
I know.
have Don on.
I know. It was kind of a letdown a little bit, but I'm not going to lie.
Yeah,
Maybe
and
the
I'm not
lawyer-
going to lie. It was a
maybe
it was a letdown for me. I was.
Maybe the
It was,
lawyer
I kept
stepped
waiting
in.
and
That's
waiting,
what I think.
thinking, well, he's going to, you know, any minute, he's going to start the video with him. But
Right.
I guess I understand why, it's, you know.
I think also because he was on that other one. You know, he did
Yeah.
call into that other one, so you'd think that he would, but it was a little bit of a letdown.
Don't
He
you think
called into
maybe?
another show. Don called into
Yeah,
another show
yeah.
today.
Maybe
No,
his
2 days
lawyer
ago.
said something.
His lawyer did say something, yeah.
Might have something to do with it.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
they're
lawyer.
complaining that social media causing them all of these problems.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be calling into a channel that's not really focused completely on the missing child. And you never know when you call into a YouTube channel, what's going to happen with what you say. If you're a victim, victim of a crime, family member of a victim, you know what they do to people like that.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I saw in another chat how wicked people were being, talking about the way that they lived. And
Oh yeah.
maybe there in Tennessee, in that area, it's normal for people to live like that, and not everybody's going to live in a beautiful condo or a nice subdivision. We have so many different people in our country, and the kids didn't look like they were starving to me. I think maybe there could have been like some type of issue between the parents. I mean, it's everybody's choice what they're going to let their kids do. I mean, I wouldn't let my kids run around, if I had kids that age, run around in that terrain or, on a road that's not done properly. But maybe the kids enjoyed living out there. Maybe they like that. I think
It's all they know. Sometimes people, it's all they know. It's all,
Exactly.
they don't even know any different, so it's, where is our Carla? Carla, where are you?
Hello, Gail.
Hi, how you going?
Hi, Gail.
Hi, Lil Rue.
Hi.
Hi, Susie.
I don't know.
Noticing. Thank you so much. Thank you. Carolyn didn't notice,
What?
but thank you.
We said your hair.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Okay.
Yes, we said that. You didn't listen. We said
It looks lovely.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Looks
Did you
lovely.
cut it as well?
Yeah, I just
Yes.
cut it. Yeah.
You cut it yourself?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, and I had to push it all down and everything because she used the blow dryer and curling, and I don't do all that.
That's a
And she
different
brushed
style,
it out.
isn't it? But isn't that a totally different style?
No.
Yes, it
This
is.
is how I used to. Oh, no, it is not. I used to always have it this way. But she had my hair brushed all out to the side, and the color has come out of a lot of it. So there's all this gray. And then this was all brushed. I mean, it was like a a cockatoo or some kind of
You should have
bird.
left it. You
and
should have
mixed
left
all.
it. You should have left it so we could have seen
I
it.
had to fix it before I left the salon. No.
Really?
I've had to do.
Oh,
I've
okay.
had
Well,
to
that
do
was
that.
okay. How you doing it?
You should have done a DeVita. Remember when she ran out and she didn't pay the lady?
I like how she cut
They
it. I
must
just
love
didn't
her.
like. I just didn't like how she was styling it. And I'm
Yeah,
going to
I've
dye
had
it
to do
again
that,
tomorrow.
Scooter. Many times, like go to the hairdresser and they do the
Yeah,
hair.
Carla M
and
has
then I
been
come
sick,
home and
right?
fix it.
I've had to go home and wash
Hope you feel
shampoo out
better,
of my
Carla
hair.
M.
There's still left shampoo in my hair.
Oh Lord.
Really?
Yeah, gone home and washed it out again.
Can I just show Kathy from Texas this really quick?
Yeah.
Because she sent me some shampoo.
Who
and
did?
I want to show you this, Kathy.
Who sent it?
No, Kathy sent me some shampoo, you
Yeah.
know, clean, but I bought this today, Kathy, at that salon. It's called Hair Shake, and it says liquid to powder texturizing finisher. So you just do like 5 or 6.
It's like a dry shampoo?
No, it's, you do it on your dry hair,
Yeah.
you know, like after you've washed it or whatever. And then to add, you know, because my hair is so thin
Pump
now.
up the volume?
Yes, it's like that, something like that. But it turns like to a powder. So I know she was in here earlier. I just wanted to show her this.
Okay.
No, it's not dry shampoo. So yeah, just wanted to show you, Kathy from Texas, if you haven't seen it. She sent me some wonderful shampoo though.
Kathy
And
from Texas sent you wonderful shampoo?
Yes.
Why? Did you need wonderful shampoo?
Huh?
Did she think you needed what's the wonderful shampoo? What's the wonderful shampoo? What's it called?
Well, you wouldn't need it. You have nice thick hair.
Oh, it's growing shampoo?
No, it's to make your hair look fuller. For hair that's thinned out, you know, like
Yeah.
mine
What
has.
is it? What is it called?
Let me get it. I can't remember
Fuller
the name.
shampoo? Well, okay.
I'll show you.
All right.
I know I took it with me down to the cottage and I brought it back home. Let me go get it. I think it's in my bedroom.
All right. Run around and get it. Where is Kathy from Texas? Why can't I see her? Kathy from Texas, did you block me?
Carolyn,
Yes, dear.
weighing in on the summer situation.
Right.
My personal thoughts are, because I don't normally allow myself to weigh in too much on this issue,
Right.
but I think the family have gotten into something way over their heads, and the poor little angel was collateral damage, and they are grieving parents, but they are grieving also for many reasons, not just the loss of the daughter and the boys, but the circumstances also behind it.
I don't know. I hope not. I mean, I hope she is somewhere okay, somewhere maybe. Living Proof Full Shampoo. Living Proof. Kathy from Texas must have blocked me.
And then she sent me
Hi,
this. There was
Frenchie.
this is Living Proof Full Conditioner.
Mm-hmm.
It came from Sephora.
Oh.
And then there was also something called, in a little envelope, thickening cream.
Mm.
Am I going to get in trouble now for this?
Why?
Because you always get mad.
I don't get mad. Why am I
You do
mad?
too, and you know it.
Why? Because you think I feel bad
Like
that
you
Kathy
did
didn't
to
send
me.
me the same shampoo? I'm okay.
See?
No, I'm not
You
upset
don't
about
need
that.
it.
What? I don't need it. Exactly.
No,
But I am upset that Kathy must have blocked me.
she did not block you.
I don't see her.
I don't
May-
see her now either.
Maybe
She's gone.
maybe she was like, shoot, Scooter, you shouldn't have
Oh,
mentioned
she is
that.
here.
Where?
Sorry, guys, I went to get a snack. But I wanted to show you this, Kathy, since you helped me.
I did feel a little, I have to tell you, I felt a little teeny twinge of that sleepover thing.
Yes, you do. Every time like Judy, I never heard the end of it. with that
Because I
dog.
just feel like you didn't even tell me and then you just blurted it out. And I felt
Well,
like that
it's
sleepover thing
secret.
all over again, wherever they had that sleepover and they blurted it out that they had the sleepover and I didn't know it. And I feel like you and
It's not
Kathy
a
had a
secret.
sleepover. I feel like you and Kathy had a sleepover. You didn't tell me and then you blurted it out on the live. I had a little twinge of that.
No,
I
it's
did.
not a secret. You don't need this. That's why I didn't think about it.
Oh, okay. I just
If
had a
you
little
needed
twinge.
it-
It's not that I need that. It's just a little twinge of that thing again. Just a little twinge of it. Just
I
like,
knew I was going to be in trouble. I knew it.
there
I
was just a
should've
little
not-
twinge that you and Kathy had a private sleepover without telling me.
You guys were
Um,
hysterical.
It was a
See?
little twinge of it came back.
Kathy
I have
from Texas.
PTSD from that and the bingo game thing. You know what they did? They won on the bingo game. They lied about that too.
I wish I could reach that girl.
I know.
Can I have her name?
I could
and
give
number?
you both of their names. They're still around. They still live here.
I'm gonna.
Hi, do you
When I come up
remember
there, I'm
when you
gonna
did
go-
that to Carolyn when you guys were about 10, 11 years old? Do you know that's still affecting her today? And I'm wondering if you could come on for a resolution night and just say why you did such a thing and your grandmother participated in it as well as your mother? Okay. Can you imagine that? We're going to address some childhood PTSD. Carolyn, they weren't going to tell you Scooter let it slip out. I know, Hurricane Holly. And it was like the sleepover thing all over again. And then Kathy from Texas beat it for the snacks. Because she was like, oh, crap. She
But
told
this is
her.
Kathy, that was the only reason I wanted to show you. I got it at the, salon today, and you squirt it on your hair, and it helps make it fuller when your hair's dry. Turns into a little powder. You might already know about it.
Just like when Kathy deleted all our text messages. And
She
then I
did
asked
not.
her, she did, and then I asked her for them back, and she was like, I don't know. She was like, well, I don't know. We'll see.
She didn't want to keep her phone all filled up,
Together,
probably.
whole community didn't even tell her
I'm guessing.
about the sleep. Carolyn brought together the whole community, and they didn't even tell her about the sleepover.
I always mess up.
It triggered me. It did, Carol.
Once I said that, and you
It-
go, Kathy from Texas
Sent
sent you that?" I'm
shampoo.
like, oh my God.
I did
Now,
get
when
the
I come up
candy.
here-
I did get candy, Mary Tackett, but I never kept the candy a secret.
I didn't keep this a secret.
It's not like I just go like this. Hey, Aries girl, I've got something to share with you. Remember when you sent me all that paint? I found this and you might like it.
This was
See?
not a secret, or I wouldn't have even showed this. I would have kept it a secret. I do not, Danielle C. I knew it, right? I knew it.
Kathy from Texas, I don't even see her now.
She's probably scared and typed
She's
in the
probably
chat.
gonna start blowing up your phone like, oh my gosh, why did you mention that?
Is Judy with an I in here?
No. Oh, somebody just blew up my phone, I think.
See? Somebody's wanting to send you the shampoo.
No, it's
Scooter, is that Kathy's shirt? Are you guys sharing clothes too?
oh, John D'Alessandro, Rosemary's son, said Rosemary talked at Danny Meyer's vigil, fighting to keep his killer in prison. Killer, 12-year-old boy in New York, is up for parole. It's not too late to sign the petition. All right, yes, John, I'll put the link. I'm gonna put you a link, guys, in the chat here for you. And this is let me see how I can do this. I'll send it to myself in an email.
Now, what is this, Carolyn?
It's about there's a, you know how Rosemary fights for the killers to stay in prison once they've killed a child?
Yes.
So, well, John just sent me this, and let me get the link. And there's a petition to sign for anybody that's interested that can help keep him in prison. So I'm going to put the link in the chat. Let me see here.
Oh, okay, yes. Definitely. I'm so glad that guy died.
What?
They need to change the laws for children. Any crime against a child, they should just get life. Period.
Yeah, well,
No
that is what Jones' law is in. Paula's law. It's crime against a murder of a child with SA. It's mandatory life without parole. But this, let me see what's going on here. Events and news. Let's see if I go here.
Scooter, have you worked out how to get the Zoom meeting on your phone and chat?
I have it on both. Yeah.
Oh, so
Why?
you're looking at two. That's okay. You're looking at two.
Pardon?
Oh, you're looking at two.
I have on my phone, though, I have the YouTube going, and then I have Zoom on my tablet. But I mean, I have
yeah.
Zoom on both, you know, if I want to do that.
Yeah, that's cool. I just didn't know if you could do both, have the meeting, like Zoom going and the YouTube chat with the newer phones.
I can do that on my phone. I can be on Zoom here and also have YouTube at the same time on
How do
my
you do
phone.
that?
I have done that.
How do you do that?
Well, what kind of phone do you have?
Newer iPhone?
Okay, see, I have an Android.
Probably can't.
Yeah, I don't know that iPhones will do that. I think,
Yeah.
Carolyn, didn't you say iPhones won't do that?
Which one? Because what one they do?
Like, say, like if you were on Zoom on your phone, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Could you can't pull up YouTube at
No.
the same time and
No.
watch it on?
No.
Yeah. See, I can do that. Jimmy
Thanks
can
for
do
that.
that too. Jimmy has the same phone I do.
Aw.
He does.
I know.
You don't like? Yeah. Ow.
I can't get used to an Android phone at all. I tried it and I was like,
Yeah,
nope.
I've got both. And my Android's in my drawer at home.
All my devices are Apple devices.
Yeah, me too.
I don't even use Windows. I can't stand using Windows.
I've never used the iPhone, you know. My grandson has iPhone that lives here, and then my daughter Bonnie and her family all do iPhones. And I do like theirs, you know, when I look at them, I like the look of it and everything. But it seems like some of these Androids seem like they can do more than the iPhone.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they also have very good video and better photo and longer lasting
Do
battery.
the iPhone. Is that just like a prestige thing to say I have the iPhone?
No, I've always had an iPhone.
Yeah, my
Because-
brain is Apple. It's like
Yeah,
embedded.
we always worked on Macs at work
Yep.
in the office, and then when the first iPhone came out, I was like, I have to have one of those phones because I think I even had at that time I had a Motorola Razr phone, and then I just
Danielle, calm down.
When I was at school,
Oh, shoot. I'm really
I went to a
losing it.
private school, and we got the very, very first, what was it called there? Apple computer. What were they? iMacs. The very, very first ones that come in.
oh
And
yeah,
so,
the
yeah,
little bubble looking ones.
yeah. And my husband, right from being a student, pre-press graphic designer,
Carolyn, you having
Yes.
some
was always
feedback?
Thank you,
Apple.
Thomas Walker, for subscribing, and you like my perspective. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. And there's the link for the Jones Joy video, and I think there's a link in it for the petition.
Okay, Carolyn, and also Heather sent you an email to call in.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's see.
Look, I even tried to change my photo here on Zoom, and it went through all fine in the Zoom settings, and it's not here. I wanted to show you my little photo of Rupert, the Joey, that we were hand rearing up on here, and I changed it 3 times, and now you can look at me. You still got to look at.
You were.
Do you
you
still
were
have
having-
it, Gail?
Yeah, it's there. It won't stay, won't stick. My name changed to what we were joking about the other day, and but I couldn't show you Rupert up there. Us
That
bottle
stinks.
feeding Rupert. So I'll try
You
another
guys
day.
all had a private meeting and didn't even let
Yeah,
me
we
know.
Well, you came but left, I think.
What?
You came and left, didn't you? Were you at the movies?
I was there
You
at
went-
the movie.
She came. Yeah, she came for the movie and she left.
Yeah.
She was like, "I've had enough of you people. I don't really like you at all."
True. You told me it was over. You said you sent me that message. Said, "Okay, it's over."
No, I didn't.
You can go now.
No, I didn't.
Let's have a 2-scooter.
No,
We'll
I
have
did
a
not.
2-scooter meeting.
You just left. You can't stand anybody. Like, ugh, I'm gone. I hate this. I hate these people. I hate being with them. Is this movie
Oh, and
over?
play
Because
with
I'm
the
done. I don't
dogs.
want to interact with them at all.
Hey, I had already seen the movie and I came there to see it.
Ugh,
And I
Yeah,
wanted
John's got to
that
play
movie was good.
a stupid movie about a leg of lamb that I've already seen. And
I have already, yeah, and I was told it was time to leave. You said, it's over.
you saw the leg of lamb movie?
Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah,
That's
I've
true.
got a I used to watch them with my dad.
Mm-hmm.
They're good.
Moo said, oh, sorry. But I just wanted to say that Moo said, yes, she did, Danielle. Stop yelling at me. I'm getting tired of it. Moo said, I did that the other night on my Android phone on the panel in Zoom while looking at YouTube muted in the app. You cannot do that on an iPhone.
Right.
Oh, thank you.
I'll have to get my other phone out. No,
No,
I'm not
she
home.
didn't.
I
No,
haven't-
no.
Oh, okay.
She's
I haven't gone
joking.
home yet.
Moo actually said she did that on her iPhone. I was totally joking.
iPhone. Okay.
Oh,
Hi, Heather.
Hi, Heather.
hello, Heather.
I'm going to go home Saturday, I reckon.
Hi.
Hi, Heather.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
And I
How are
do
you,
love
Heather?
your hair, by the way.
Thank you, Heather.
I can't see. You can't see Scooter's hair because we
Not
just
now.
Yeah.
We can see her chin.
I'd like to just have my shoulders showing.
Yeah.
Look.
That would be fun.
go.
Just show your torso.
This is literally how it was.
Just show your feet. You know, on live. Oh my
Oh.
There
goodness.
you go.
Carolyn,
Show your
I
phone.
watched
Nice.
I watched something I think you might like. It was the late, well, I think it's on Prime. It's about the Green River Killer.
Oh really? What was it called?
Yeah. I think it's Catching the Green River Killer. It's on Prime. I watched that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I watched another documentary about a British police officer who he ended up losing his job and having to leave the country because his goal was to find the victims for their parents. And so they have different laws over there. There's a law called PACE,
Mm-hmm.
which is, it's, you have to tell them their rights, and they have so many more rights for criminals over there.
Right.
And he did find not only the victim he was looking for, but another victim as well. And so it ended up that the judge ruled that he didn't follow these laws. It's called the PACE laws. And so a lot of that evidence was thrown out. But thank goodness in the end, he was convicted on only one of the cases from forensics because they had been watching him. So in the UK, there are a lot of people that, from what I watch, who wanted to change the PACE laws.
Oh. Okay.
Because the guy confessed to him, said, "Hey, I'll take you to where she is." This is at the time of his arrest. So they never cautioned the defendants. In the UK, that's what they call cautioning, instead of just like giving them their Miranda rights. And so he gets into this conversation with the killer, and they're just talking in the car. This is on the way to the police station, which is where he should have taken him. But the way the conversation was going, he realized that, oh, wow, this guy's going to take me to where she is. And he was using another law that said, because they didn't know she was deceased at the time. So he's going on the point she hadn't been missing for that long. She could still be alive. So he was using the law that they used to find a kidnap victim,
Mm-hmm.
to where he didn't have to caution the person at that time because they were, quote unquote, looking for a living victim.
Okay.
However, sadly, she wasn't living anymore. And then he said to the DCS or DCI, "Do you want me to tell you where another one is?" And so he walked them to the other burial site. But then when they got him into the court system, they couldn't get him to confess.
Mm-hmm.
So the entire case basically kind of took longer. They almost lost the case. And then for the second victim, her case, no charges. The charges were dropped against him. But in a few years after that, they did find evidence to convict him on that case.
What case was this, Mimi?
This is called Catching a Serial Killer, or How to Catch a Serial Killer. And I go from Netflix to Prime. I think it's on Netflix, and if it's not on Netflix, it's on Prime. And it's such a shame that their laws are like that, because those people would have never been reunited with their loved ones. They would never have been found. And this DCI loses his job, is drawn, you know how the British press is, they're wicked. And now he lives in another country because he couldn't find work in another, in the UK. He never got terminated, but he did resign. And so his whole life was ruined. He said he was ruined financially. His family life was ruined. And all he thought about was, I need to reunite these families with their loved ones. So it's really interesting how the laws there work compared to our laws. Because I know I've had clients that have been brought in and say, oh, we just want to take your statement, and the next thing you know, they're in jail. So our laws are very different, a lot more tough, and their life in prison there, life in prison is not really life in prison. It averages about 23 years. They do have select criminals that actually get life, like Myra Henley. I would say there's maybe 20 to 30 people in that whole country that have true life in prison. And if they kill like 4 people at one time, they're just getting that one sentence. It's not like here where you would get life for each person you murdered.
Mm-hmm.
They're real big into rehabilitation. And I think maybe we can rehabilitate some kids, but a criminal who continuously commits felonies, they're not going to be rehabilitated and they're going to come out worse.
That's why they have psychiatrists for those, because they can't help themselves. They're psychologically bad. And that's why they sometimes put them away to not even prison, but they'll put them away in a mental hospital, and
Right.
they're there, and it's worse than prison.
Yeah.
It's literally worse.
Thanks, Charity.
I think we definitely need to change the laws for, children that are victims of crime. And I mean, even kids that have, been SA'd, the perpetrator is out in many cases 5 to 10 years. And they say that one perpetrator will assault about 100 kids in their lifetime. Then you have these kids that they're going to go through emotional and mental torment for the rest of their lives. I mean, that's just ridiculous. It makes me really angry.
Now, did you hear about Mimi? Did you hear about the 2 kids? They were 13 and 14. And I don't know who they killed, but they killed somebody with
I
the
know
gun.
what you're talking about.
And
I know
then
what you're talking about.
Okay, now me and my sister's husband had a debate over this. They got charged as adults. I think they shouldn't have, and the adults didn't even get charged, which is weird in this case, because if the gun wasn't available, then the adults have to have some kind of, I don't know, some kind of punishment for them, because the kids didn't buy the gun. And if it wasn't made available to the kids, I don't think that the crime would have ever even happened. There's so many kids out there who get a hold of a gun. Like, that's like my 8-year-old saying that he's going to get charged for murder because my sister's husband left his gun on the table and forgot to put it away. And he always has one in the chamber. So it's like,
Right.
Even though the safety's on, it doesn't matter. It's just a little click, and then boom, and kids play with guns and they figure things out. My kid's autistic. He would figure it out. Like,
Right.
okay, here's a little clippy thing. Let's play with it. Okay, boom. All right, there's
Well,
an accident. If it wasn't made available,
I
then
agree.
it wouldn't have ever happened. Now, then there's the parents who are like, oh, well, I'm always vigilant. So if I even walk into their house and see it sitting on a table, I quick, before he even sees it, grab it, put it in a drawer, and close it. I
Well,
don't even want to see it. I hate guns. I know they're not the ones that kill people. People kill people, but guns kill ultimately.
Okay, but also if that's your Second Amendment right, and if you're a responsible gun owner, you're gonna have a gun safe. And
Right.
if you grew up in a family with law enforcement, you're taught exactly how a gun works, how it's safe. The guns are put away in a gun safe,
That's exactly
and the
right.
kids don't have access to it. So I wouldn't. And even another issue with that is I've seen many of the crimes now are committed with guns that have been stolen. There are people that leave guns in their car, like overnight, and you're not a responsible gun owner.
Irresponsible, right?
Because
It's being irresponsible.
when you go to get your permit to carry, you go through the class. You learn all of this. I have law enforcement in my family, and so we all grew up around guns, but we never touched them.
Yeah, my sister's husband was a corrections officer for 20 plus years. So he just retired, but he also had to go through the training to carry. He had to go through all the classes. He had to go to the gun range to know how to shoot, that kind of thing. He knows the safety about guns. He knows if you do not have it, like if you're not using it, it should not be loaded. It really should not be loaded. It should be uncocked. It should be like no rounds in the chamber. Safety should be on, and it should be out of view of any child or anybody who don't know how. I don't even know how to use a gun. It shouldn't even be in my view because I know, like, I'm an adult. I ain't gonna pick that thing up, you know.
Right.
But it's scary to think that kids could just walk in a house, see a gun laying there, think it's a toy. Like my 8-year-old ain't gonna know, like, it's not a toy, and he's gonna pick it up and play with it.
Well, that goes back to what Mimi said. A responsible gun owner will have their
put it
guns
away.
locked up in a safe. We have
That's
Dave
what I'm
has
getting
3
at.
safes, Heather. Dave has 3 safes.
Yes, and so does
You know?
he. He has 2 safes. He has one upstairs, one downstairs.
Yeah.
And if he knows we're coming over, he will lock it up. But sometimes we just pop in. So, and we're going to be living there eventually. By the end of next month, we're moving in there. So he's going to have it locked up.
Yeah,
And
you'll
these
have
are
to
locked
have
up all the
conversation
time.
with him.
All the time. He's
You
going
have
to
to have a
it locked up.
conversation.
Yep, and he's going to have, he already knows he's going to have the gun in one spot and the bullets in another. Plain and
Even
simple.
so, I still believe that children can learn how to load a gun. I don't know if you've seen some of these new games that they have out. Everything is very realistic.
First-person shooters. Yep, I do 'em. I play them once in a
Yeah.
while. Yeah, like COD. Call of
That's
Duty.
like that crazy guy that just got arrested because he had a game that was like flying an airplane game, and he decided to just try to take a plane off the runway.
That's
And he
crazy.
said, "Oh, it's easy because I've
No, it's
played
not.
it in games."
Yeah.
You played a simulator, right?
Yeah, and he's
Yeah.
chasing a plane that's on the runway. Well, he got arrested, stupid man.
Thank
But
God.
I think it does come down to responsibility, and also all across the board, you need to have constant conversations with your children.
Yeah.
And like that girl that was 15, her parents never looked through her phone. They didn't take her to the airport to go on the trip. They didn't look at her ticket. She's 15 years old. And look
which
what
girl
happened to
now?
her.
Yeah.
Which
The
girl?
one that
But
the men
I believe that but all in all, what I was trying to get is that we did have the debate. He thinks that the kids should be charged. I think the adults should be charged as adults, for being negligent for the gun. And the kids shouldn't be, like, they should be sent to a special class, I would say, so they know better, right from wrong.
night,
I don't
Mary
think they
Tiger.
were ever taught,
Hi, Eva Paul.
like,
yeah.
But I don't
exactly.
I wouldn't want them growing up thinking it's okay to play with a gun and going and shooting people.
No, in that case, the family of the victims could try to do something in civil court,
I would
which is
hope
like
so.
what they did with O.J. Simpson when he got off
Right.
of the criminal charge. You take him to civil court,
Civil court.
the gun owner.
Yeah, because that's what they really should do is get the gun owner and hold them liable and
I'm
responsible.
really surprised that the parents didn't get some type of charge.
Exactly. That's my point. It's like, why aren't they being charged at all? And the kids are? What's going on here? The kids didn't buy the gun. I don't even know if
Chewy
I didn't even know if the parents bought the gun. Or the adults, they had the gun.
Quite a few.
Sometimes they don't.
Yes. Also, Chewy Gum, I work closely with some real detectives.
And yes, I do know a couple of detectives, Chewy Gum.
Well,
It gets a bit
Chewy
rough
Gum.
when you're on first name basis too.
I think going to about what Gail was saying,
I knew
When I
mine a
grew
long
up-
time ago, though, so
and I'm
Just
sure
kept
when
wagging.
Scooter grew up, when you grew up, when Caroline grew up, we always had dinner at the table with our parents. We had conversations. And today the kids don't really interact with parents. The parents are not discussing things. And the kids are always in their iPhones or playing video games.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
family units have been destroyed. People don't even know what's going on with their kids. And
Mimi,
that's
that
a shame.
Mimi, that is true to a point, but there's plenty of families that still have all those traditional meals and everything with their kids at
Oh
night.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
you
My
have to
daughter
try.
Bonnie's like that. Her and Mark and the kids, they always have dinner together at the table, say their prayers, they talk about everything. The kids have
Yeah.
always been like limited, on their phones, and they didn't get phones till a certain age. And, so there are a
Yeah.
lot of people that are like
I
that.
think also,
Yeah.
Scooter, that some parents are so busy. Maybe both parents are working, a lot of hours during the week.
Right.
And probably the only thing that came out good of the ickies were people actually had to spend time together in the home. And I know that sometimes when I need my family around, they have things to do. And that's the way the world is. Even if you're going to say, we're going to do dinner every Friday night, that's good. That's at least one night a week. But I've seen it in certain homes where, like, the kids eating their pizza in their bedroom, the other one went out to go get fast food,
Right.
and you have to have conversations with your children, like that case that Carolyn brought up today with the 15-year-old girl who ended up in Florida with a 38-year-old man.
Oh, that's the
mean,
one you're talking. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Because that's what I was
Yeah.
asking about. Yeah.
I
You
had
have to
no
like
idea.
look in your kids' social media. And I see like a lot of kids on TikTok that are so young that they should not be on TikTok.
No,
Okay,
I
let me just
know.
say, Mimi,
It's
let me
horrible.
just say
TikTok
that
is
there's
so
other
horrible.
people. There's people in chat saying, like Nurse of All Trades, Julianne Gonzalez, a bunch of them are saying they all raise their kids. And Danielle, they say, no phones at the table, that they have dinner at the table. So there are,
Yeah, they are. And I think
my daughter and her husband, they sit at the table with the 5 children, and the same as I did with my husband and our children. You all eat, and once you're finished, you have to ask permission to leave. Nobody just gets up and leaves. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying, don't you?
Yeah. May I
You
please
just-
be excused? Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I'm finished now.
Yes.
Have I eaten enough? And you know what we all used to do too? If we didn't like something, this even goes back to my family, all the way through from my parents to us to up. We would say, "I don't want this. Can I trade this? Would you eat my? I'll eat yours if you eat mine."
No,
I don't like these Brussels sprouts. Can you have
Yeah.
these?
I'll eat your carrots if you
Yeah,
eat
right.
my Brussels sprouts. So you eat my pumpkin
Exactly.
skin.
That's when you need the dog that's hiding under the
Yes,
table.
where's that dog at? Oh, I have cats. Where's my kitty cat at?
No,
So
no,
when we're
good
at the
thing.
table at
Here,
my
come here, Elvis.
you would not believe the size of my daughter and son-in-law's table. It has to be squared about 2 meters by 2 meters. So you've got 2 chairs in
Fine.
each, and still arm space. Like when they start putting their arms out to each other, you're like, you've got a meter space each, kids. You don't need to be touching each other.
My table literally fits 8 people until you extend it, and then it could fit 12 people.
12. Yeah.
And then I had, this was all Thanksgiving when I was a kid. Then we had an extra table for the kids.
Right. The kids' table.
You know, and they all got their own table.
Yep. And then you
And,
got off the kids.
we
When
all
are we
sat
getting
Yeah,
off the
we
down
got a
on that
kids'
one, So
table.
there was always like 5 or 6 kids. So
We
yeah,
also
we
have
had
a kids'
huge
table there
kids.
too. There's a
Yes.
kids' table there as well.
Yeah, that was great.
I like to
had
use
fun.
the kids' table when I'm babysitting because it's lower.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, just from interacting
Great.
with people in this community, I think so many people in this community have probably a lot of the same values and ideas, and I think that's why we get along so well.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't know why. I can't
Love
get
all
it.
my
I can
ramblers
watch
here.
this.
I
love how I
the
just
scenery.
tripped over this channel. Seriously, I just stumbled over
You
Carolyn's
got
channel.
lucky.
And then I just started watching it. I'm like, ooh, I really like this channel. There's no drama, nothing. I just listen. You know.
Heather,
Yes.
Heather, last year I had 4 different medical procedures in Adelaide, and I had no internet, and I was very isolated. And my daughter, youngest daughter, rang me up. She goes, "How are you coping without your Rambler family?" And I said, "I'm not." And
You're not.
she goes, "No, you're more worried about what you're missing out on."
Uh-huh.
I know you.
Yeah, I didn't get the
I
chime
know
tonight.
you.
I sure didn't get the chime tonight for Carolyn's
didn't
little
either.
thing here.
No,
And
I
I'm
didn't
like,
get mine.
I had to go on live because she did say earlier that she was going on live tonight.
Yeah.
So I went on and I'm like, oh, she is on live because I
Yeah,
go under my little
I went-
live thing. I'm like,
I went
oh, she's
searching. I
on.
didn't. Yeah.
Yeah, I
When
came
did she
right
say
on.
that? When did
I
she
don't
say
know what's
that,
going
Heather?
on.
Heather, when
Yeah.
did she say that?
What?
She must not
What
have kept
time
that.
was that around our time?
Was it River on the lake?
Yes. Yes, it was by
Yeah.
the lake.
You probably weren't
Yeah.
watching me, Scooter.
No, you weren't watching her. We were trying to find the otter.
Yeah.
I was trying to click on it, wouldn't let me.
Oh,
Oh.
computer.
Somehow I
I
was
was trying to
blocked.
figure out why you weren't there. Well, I was trying to figure out why you weren't there because you're always there.
I was there. I tried to, but it said I was blocked.
Ooh.
I
Scooter's
was calling
joking.
Jimmy.
Carolyn, what you do blocking Scooter?
Jimmy tried to get me on.
Yes, trying to
No.
block you, Scooter. That's not good.
No.
And have a
Oh my
personal chat
goodness,
with her.
Stop it. She's just trying to do that because of the whole thing she started with Kathy from Texas.
I did that. I
So I
didn't.
wanted to say thank you to all the Ramblers that were checking on me. Tammy McD gave me a lot of support. I had a bad day after surgery and checked on me. She knew my family wasn't going to be home. I got a lot of, how are you feeling? Hope you're doing well. Like the day before surgery, everybody was assuring me that I was going to be okay. So I just want to tell everybody I'm so thankful, and it was wonderful.
That's
Oh,
nice.
that's lovely.
Yeah, lovely.
Very nice.
And I was thinking, oh no, I'm not going to be able to be in chat after the surgery because I can't see anything. So-
Feeling better? At
Oh
least?
yes.
Good.
So
Good.
the news is that now from my last visit, my vision is 20/25,
Hmm.
and it used to be horrible.
Better
but
than mine.
The doctor says there's up to 6 months for maximum improvement. So it's possible I will have 20/20.
Wow,
awesome.
It's even better than mine. I have to wear glasses because
You
I'm blind
also-
as a bat.
He also did say, even if you have 20/20 vision, once you pass 40, you're probably going to need glasses to
Glasses.
read small print.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
See, I
having
can read
trouble with my
small
vision.
print. I'm opposite. I can see like close. I'm nearsighted. I can't see far away at all. So when I'm driving around, especially at night, door dashing, I have to put my glasses on just to read the numbers, and then half of them aren't even lit up. So I'm just like going like this anyways because I need new glasses, and I'm like, what is that number? Is that it?
Or maybe
that
they don't
one's lit.
even
Let
have
me go
their
see
number.
that one instead. It's lit up. It's horrible. It is.
When my dad was younger, he was blind in one eye and couldn't see out the other, so needed glasses for the eye he couldn't see out of. And then I think he had surgery back many years ago, whatever they did to the eye he was blind in, and then he just needed the glasses. But then I got a niece and a nephew that had near blind vision, and they're patching. And so as they're patching an eye, for a certain amount of hours, patch one, patch the other, and they get them down to where they're like, I think it goes from 4 hours a day, 3 to 1 over a period of time, to how the kids are getting better vision.
They're getting better vision?
They're getting better vision by this patching.
Oh, well, the patching, that's it. Isn't that if you have a lazy
Oh,
eye?
that's like this, and then
Lazy,
you look
yeah.
out of this, and it makes it stronger. Then you have to go onto
Yeah,
the
but-
side, and it makes it
yes, but-
stronger.
Yes, but they can't really see out of any of the eyes. So it is hard for them, but it's working. One of them is down to 1 hour patching. And he went through a period of time where he just didn't want to do it at all. But then as he worked out he was getting better, he wanted to leave it on for like 5, 6, 7, 8 hours. And it doesn't work like that. It's at a specific time of working backwards and forwards, and it's just it just excites me how these kids they didn't even know. Like my son at 12 years of age, perfect, more than better than 20/20 vision. Took him back the next year, he couldn't see. None of us knew. I did pick up something. He was on a diving board, and he dived off a diving board onto a kid in the water. And my son was devastated. He goes, "Mum, I didn't see him." He goes, "Now everybody thinks I'm mean, that I've bombed this kid in the water." And then when we got him to the optometrist, he said, of course he didn't see him. He can barely see anything. So I felt so bad. Not only did I get him glasses, I got him visioned goggles. So his goggles had glasses in them. So that nothing like that ever happened again.
Yeah, you need your vision. And today, in fact,
yeah.
I was able to watch a pair of
Oh,
peacocks,
that's wonderful.
blue jay, and the dad cardinal and the mom cardinal, and I was just enjoying all the colors, thinking, why didn't I do the surgery before?
Yeah. It's awesome.
Yeah, I can see you guys really well now.
Oh, that's lovely.
I'm not wearing glasses to see you.
I'm trying to find something. What should I do? I'm just trying to make something.
Ellen? Oh, sorry.
Who's calling it?
No, I was just going to say, Ashley Vestal was in the chat earlier. I just wanted you to know.
Oh yeah, she says she sent a message that
I know what Scooter's
daughter-
doing.
let me read the message from Ashley. Hang on.
I know what you're doing, Scooter. You're doing diamonds.
I can. Yes,
You
ma'am.
are. My
Yes,
sister and I do them all the time. I was trying to figure out what you were doing, and then I saw the pink little round thing. I'm like, that's what she's doing. She's doing diamonds.
All right. This is what this
Hey, are
is.
you going to read it now, Carolyn?
Yeah, this is from Ashley Vestal. Okay, so she sent it to Davida to send to me. She just wanted to check in and say hi. And can you update Carolyn when you get a chance? I've been absent from the Ramblers for a while and I miss you all. Hoping to catch up soon. My 16-year-old Zoe had some health issues, which have been a little scary. Getting better though, thankfully. Long story, but started out with strep throat that turned into a condition called Lemire syndrome, which I had never heard of. This went on for weeks with several trips to the ER. Everything seemed to be over. And then this past Friday night, she had severe stomach pains. I took her to our local hospital here in Petaluma, and she was diagnosed with acute appendicitis. They didn't take our insurance, so we were waiting in the ER to be transferred to another hospital for the appendectomy. The hospital refused to operate until it became life-threatening because of insurance. We waited with the appendicitis in the ER for 14 hours. And then it got really bad, and she was about to rupture, and they rushed her by ambulance to Oakland's Kaiser's Children's Hospital, about 45 minutes away. They wanted her in a pediatric hospital. This was a good move, wonderful hospital and staff, and I'm forever grateful. We just got home, and she is in a lot of pain, and there was a complication, but is on the mend. I feel very blessed and relieved. Sorry to go on and on, but I haven't abandoned the group. More info is on my page. I'm not going to put that out there for everyone. Feel free to share. Okay. So, yeah, prayers for your daughter. I hope she's feeling better.
Well, yeah, prayers for your daughter. Seriously, that's not a good thing. I hate when the insurance companies decide when it's time. Like, seriously, if it's time to take an appendix out, take it out before it ruptures. Seriously.
I wonder who in that hospital was refusing treatment. I mean, you could die from appendicitis.
You
Yeah.
can.
They should have done it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I don't like when they decide, oh yeah, it's time now.
Do you know?
No, it's not time yet. Now it's time.
Well,
Are they
healthcare-
doctors?
Healthcare has changed for the worse, you know, because I've been through
Danielle, I already
of lupus.
said that. I said, Danielle, I said that. Stop copying off of me, please.
What's Danielle saying?
She's saying she was in chat earlier.
I said hi to her earlier.
No, she's saying that Ashley was in chat earlier. I already said that. Jeez.
Oh, sometimes the chat reels move so fast you can miss somebody.
Was she really in chat earlier?
Yes.
Yeah.
She really was. Yes, she was.
She really
was.
was. You sure?
Yeah, Danielle
Yeah,
said
okay.
that. Danielle just said
All
that.
right, just making sure.
I'll be
She
right
was in
back.
chat earlier.
Yeah, because Danielle said it.
Okay, because you said it, Danielle.
Danielle.
Oh my.
To look for something here. I have to.
So Carolyn, when you post that link in chat,
Mm-hmm.
and so I'm not looking at chat right now.
It's on the
Sometimes
community
when you go
Oh.
back to,
chat. You
like,
can't-
say I go to Mar to look at chat,
yeah, you can't
it
find.
says only top chat.
Oh, well, you could go. You can find it. I put on the community page too.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I want to see here. Trying to make something for. Look at something on this Cricut for a second.
I'm so scared to buy a Cricut. It looks so hard.
Oh, it's not.
I got my dollhouse.
Cricket?
Amen.
You did?
Yes, but I'm looking at the box and it's so flat. I didn't even open it. I'm waiting to see if you were gonna do like a craft night of the dollhouses.
Yeah,
you
I'd
guys
like-
are way ahead of me anyway.
Well, yeah, I'm not that ahead of anybody. Kubi's probably finished, and 10th Angel is probably on her 5th one now. Because they're so
Those
fast.
are neat. I'll have to get some of Davita's fake food.
I
Yeah,
haven't had time to do anything I want. Like literally anything I want. I wanted to start up my crocheting again, and I can't do that because of all the packing and the moving and all that. I can't literally do anything.
You know what's strange,
Until I
Heather,
move.
is when I was a young girl, my grandma did teach me how to do crochet,
hmm
and I don't remember how to do it at all now.
But you know what? It's so simple to pick back up. You just literally, there's so much out there on the internet now. It's so easy to pick up again.
I
taught
taught
myself.
myself last year.
Yes,
Yeah, last
I
year.
just taught myself
Oh, well, where are
10
we now?
years ago how to do it. And then I
nine-
kind of forgot. And then I went back onto the websites. Tells you everything you need to know step
When
by
I was-
step.
When I was in lockdown last year, I looked around the house and thought, what do I have here? Well, I've got wool and I've got all the hooks and all that sort of stuff, that was left to me. So I just went on YouTube and slowed the video down, and now I'm
That's
waiting.
another one, YouTube.
Yeah, now I'm waiting for, like this morning, my mum, because we got out of lockdown, she was able to leave my daughter son-in-law's house, and I said, here's a few more blankets to take back to Adelaide. So it's about now me giving finding. I try when I make something, knowing where it's going to go.
Yeah,
'Cause
Carolyn,
otherwise
your
they let
daughter
it
does a lot of that, right?
Yeah,
Crochet, knitting.
knitting really. Yeah, she's just started
Knitting.
knitting.
I
is mostly,
never
yeah.
learned how to knit. Crochet,
Really, she's
yes.
doing the loom.
Crochet's
She's
a
doing
little
the loom,
easier, I
yeah.
think.
And the loom, that
Mm-hmm.
that was neat. Did she finish it?
Yeah, and she has she finished that other one that she made, and then she started another one while she was here that she probably finished, and then she's going to work on another one. Yeah, it's quite
And I made pie holders with the loom.
Oh,
was like a
that's a
square
different
thing.
kind. Yeah, that's a different kind.
Yeah,
That's when you're
I've done
kids and you
those,
weave it.
and then
Yeah,
you have to
yeah.
weave them in and out. That was really fun. I did that when I was a kid.
Yeah,
like
they
a
have those
teenager.
for kids. This is something different. This is a
Great.
loom where it's oh gosh,
What's it
I don't know if
called?
she brings it up. She's going to be up tomorrow. I don't know. if
Hers
she's
is
gonna bring it up.
amazing. Her loom is just
Yeah.
out of this world. I've made myself a loom out of a loom from embroidery.
Mhm.
I sat there with a pencil and measured all these little marks, and then I got a knife and I cut marks, and then I got something sharper and cut marks. And so I've made myself a loom, a weaving loom.
nice
Let's
one.
call it a weaving loom, but nothing. And mine's pretty big, but nothing like Ali's. Ali's is just like, if I had the room, I would be in a one of those chairs with wheels on it. And I tell you now, because I wouldn't be able to move up and down on the loom, Ali's, I am just in awe. I am like, I'm in heaven.
Yeah,
On
it was
Ali's loom.
beautiful.
I have got every loom almost except for that one.
Really?
Oh my gosh, yeah. Yes, I won't say how many because that goes with my
Right.
6 sewing machines.
Yeah.
But anyway, but Ali's, oh my gosh.
How long did it take her to do one? Like a week or?
I don't remember what she said. I think what did she say.
Because she worked, so I imagine.
Yeah, well, a few days.
But if you're sitting at home at night, you get lost
Robin.
in it. It's almost like a meditating time. It's like, seriously, you just get lost in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can. I get. Yeah, like she was already like knitting a bathing suit cover up and something like 3 other things while she was here. You used to.
Do you do that as well, Carolyn?
No, I don't knit. She wants to teach me all the time, but I just don't knit. I don't know. I just.
Wait. Is this? Hold on. Let me try to get it up. Is that a loom?
No, that's what I've got. No, it's not what Ali's got. Ali has got
Let me see if I can show. Let
contraption.
me see if I can find
It's
the
a
picture. Let me see.
contraption. It's like it goes flat. And
Oh, I
it's
think
got,
she sent me pictures right the last time.
There's weaving, tapestry, beading, frame.
No, it's none of that.
None of these. Oh.
No. I can't. I'm thinking long loom, but that's not the word either.
Because then there's ones that you can sit at.
You sit at it.
You do sit
It's
at
flat.
it?
Ali's is about 2 meters long, isn't it?
I'm gonna get it. I think I have. Let me see the picture over here. I'll show you.
That?
Yeah, but
No,
hers
not
is
not
flat.
that big.
No, hers
Not
is
that
flat.
big.
No.
Hers is flat.
Yeah. Let me see.
It's flat, and you sit at it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And then once you've set it up with the cards, the patterns, then you roll it over, and you Carolyn will show you. Oh, I've looked into them. They're
Like
amazing.
a tabletop loom?
I'll show you.
Not kind of, but no.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm looking at all kinds of looms, and it's like nothing. I'm seeing all kinds. Like all kinds. And I didn't.
Someone's here. Who's here? I can't tell.
Tracy W.
Hi, Tracy.
Tracy.
Hello,
That's
Tracy.
her weaving something there. Let me see. Which is
Hello.
find the.
Everyone.
Picture, come on, Carolyn. I need a picture.
There's a picture.
It's gonna bug me.
Yeah, you have to
otherwise.
look. You have to look at your YouTube.
Look at, you have to
Okay,
look at
YouTube
YouTube.
has it. And what should I write into YouTube?
No. You
No,
have to
it's Carolyn.
It's
It's-
on our YouTube.
Oh.
Let me see here.
The orange thing in the middle is a stitch marker. That's not orange there. It's just her holding a stitch.
I think she has another picture of it. Let me see over here.
Tracy W's in the waiting room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I
Can
just
you
want
let
to
her?
see the
Can
picture
you let her?
again.
Are you able to let her in?
Jeez.
I'm gonna go
Come
so
on.
that Tracy can come in, and
Okay.
then I'm gonna watch and chat.
All right. Okay.
It was
Thanks,
great
Mimi.
to
Bye,
see you guys.
Mimi. Thank
Bye,
you.
Mimi.
Bye,
Literally to see
Mimi.
you.
Bye.
Bye. I'll be in
I
the chat.
see you.
You too, guys.
You want me to see if I can let her in?
Yeah, you should be able to let her in.
Yeah,
Scooter's.
I have the one in the live chat that's flat.
Just hit the admit.
Yeah, well, that's what she's weaving. Oh, I've got another picture of it. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Here's another.
Tracy, your hair looks nice.
Yeah, I wanted to show
I
you
like
my hair,
that.
guys. I know, but here's
Wow,
the
everybody's
thing.
getting their hair done. I
Do
feel
you guys
bad.
remember
I feel left out.
a long time ago when I first joined? I had blonde hair, short hair,
Yeah.
and I didn't like the blonde, but I liked the cut, right? So I hated my hair right now. So
Oh wow,
my
Looks
family
good.
took me for a makeover.
a makeover.
Oh,
Wow.
beautiful.
Is
But
that
here's
it?
the thing. I asked for brown hair, which is my color, and then just tiny streaks of
That's
blonde.
what they gave you.
It's like huge streaks
Oh,
of
looks good.
blonde. Oh, I don't know if I like blonde though.
Tracy, it's lovely. It has
It looks
it
good.
Yeah, it looks
it
good.
has lightened up your whole face.
Really?
Yeah, it looks
Mhm.
good.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks
Well,
good.
I tell you what, I hated my hair before, and I wanted to get it cut short, and they said, "Well, we want to color it too," and they just gave me the whole makeover. That was
Everyone
so
in the
nice.
chat is saying it looks really good.
You like it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
everybody
I
likes
wasn't
it.
sure if I liked this. It almost looks grayish, huh?
That's how mine used
Who
to
had
be.
an
Okay,
earthquake,
2
Robin?
years ago before the pandemic. Look at what
So what's
happened
going
to it.
on?
So I got a little bit down here, and the rest is all grown in. So
Who had an
Yeah, I gotta
earthquake?
get it
Maui
done.
girl had an earthquake. Oh, she says Maui girl says there
Maui
was an
girl?
8.1 earthquake in Alaska,
Oh.
and now they have a tsunami warning here in Hawaii.
Oh no!
Oh no! Stay safe.
careful.
Prayers, love.
Yeah, where's everyone? Stay
Yeah,
safe.
be
no.
very careful. I thought somebody
I
said
was
an
having
earthquake in here.
problems getting you tonight. That's why I decided to come on too, because something was wrong with my connection.
Oh, was it? Yeah.
Yeah, I heard some of you, and then it just dropped.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah,
Carolyn?
I'm good. I'm looking at something to that I have to print out. So just.
I
looking-
worry about you.
Oh, it's okay. Thank you for doing that. But I'm okay.
I always worry about you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because
Well,
you're in New York.
it's not
Oh,
a
'cause I'm in New York.
pity thing. It's just, like friends worry
always
about
Oh
think
each
of
yeah,
other.
York.
yeah, sure. Yeah,
I
I
always
understand.
Don't take it like a pity
No,
thing.
no, no,
or-
I'm not. No, I'm not taking
You
it.
always think
Sweet.
of New York City,
Oh
the city that never sleeps. You're not in that part.
no, my daughter is.
Your hair's pretty, Tracy.
You like it?
I love it.
Oh, thank you. I love the cut, but I was like, just give me little tiny streaks of like
I love it.
highlights.
It's
Thank
beautiful.
Oh, you're going to bed, Mimi?
I'm glad you all like it.
It's
Yeah,
nice.
it's beautiful. For real, very beautiful.
Yeah,
Alaska
it was
had an earthquake too.
it's
Where?
time for a new look.
What else had an earthquake?
Alaska.
Yeah, Alaska had the earthquake, right? She said, and then Hawaii has the
Hawaii
tsunami warning.
has the tsunami warning.
Mhm.
Oh
This
my
is
goodness.
terrible.
The whole
Oh
West
my-
Coast is all falling apart.
Goodness
Everybody
gracious.
move inland. Move inland now. That's
People-
why I try not to.
People would say it's the end of the world. I know people that would say it's the end of the world.
Oh yeah, definitely.
not.
Whenever there's these huge things that go on or multiple things.
Well, look at last year.
first
Look at
thing
last
you
year. We
hear-
had 10 plus hurricanes that hit us.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I
was
know,
a lot.
but the first thing
I
you
had one of
say-
them come to my
tomorrow
my
there's
way.
supposed to be tornadoes in New Jersey.
Yup.
Carolyn's right. It's just like all
We're
these
getting a big
things
storm.
tomorrow will be it's the end of the world.
Me and you and Jersey are all getting a huge storm with the winds and all. You had it early a couple
Where
days
can we
ago,
go?
right?
It took a top right off my
Can we-
tree, one of my trees. Yeah,
Can
just
we all
snapped it.
meet somewhere in a like a tunnel?
Bunker. Somebody have a bunker available?
Yeah, a
We'll
bunker.
Rent it out.
My
Oh my God.
husband
There are some
works
people who have
for
bunkers though.
Mount Weather, right near DC, the inside the mountain
Hmm.
where they take the president.
Yeah.
So I could sneak you guys in.
Area 51.
No, it's not that. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's called Mount Weather. It's near DC. It's in a mountain. He works for he was a colonel, and then he retired, but he still couldn't get his pension. So he after 20 or 30 years, but anyway, he went to FEMA and then Homeland. He's with Homeland.
Uh-oh.
Can't tell you the juicy
happened?
secrets.
Oh, you have some big. What happened to Aries girl? She's in.
Yellowstone does go off once in a while. It's not, it doesn't blow up, but it does blow up. Yellowstone
What
National
about Mount
Park.
St. Helen? It hasn't hit. It hasn't blown.
No, it's been dormant forever. Bye, Lorianne. Lorian? Lorian.
Lorraine.
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 I have a very bad
Very bad.
way of pronouncing names, so sorry.
Oh, that's right.
Sorry. Good night. Whoever's going to sleep.
Oh, I don't know. what
I'll
I'm
be
doing.
right back. I'm going
Okay.
to put my thing on mute while I'm gone. I'll be back.
Okay.
It's time for melatonin, little girl.
Oh my goodness. I don't know what to do here. I want to make some.
Gail, can you tell us some more stories?
What you got, Gail?
Do, 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 do.
Gail?
She said she went away for a minute.
Oh.
She said she had to step away from the computer. She said,
Isn't her name Heather?
yes. The other woman is Heather.
You've gotten me confused.
Yeah, Heather and Gail, and then that's Scooter. Do you know Scooter?
Scooter. No, I don't think I've met you.
Oh, Scooter, that's Tracy W.
Nice to meet you. Very nice
Hi.
to meet you.
Can't believe you guys haven't met before. That's so funny.
It is funny, isn't it?
I mean, I know. I thought you met everyone.
Oh.
Did you
No,
do you have to
Scooter, I got a
subscribe? Do you have
package
to
for you.
subscribe to her channel?
I know, I did.
Oh, you did?
A long time ago. Yeah, a long time ago.
Oh,
Hey, Scooter, is your like address in Slack? Where'd you go?
are you sending her shampoo? Are you going to send her shampoo?
Yeah, I was gonna send her some shampoo.
No, it's not in Slack. No.
I have something that I'd like to send you.
Aw.
She's been sending her address out to everyone. She
Yeah.
told me that she's just sending random messages in Slack saying, "Oh, I know you asked for my address. Here it is." And then if somebody says, "No, I didn't," then she says, "Oh, sorry, it must have been somebody else." But then she was telling me people were just sending her something because they were feeling sorry. They thought that she wanted, so they send her something.
Oh
No.
my gosh, I don't know what I just
Yes.
moved in an apartment.
Yes, she just
and,
sends
like, I don't
things,
have
sends
a-
her address out to
let's see,
people.
I don't have a toaster yet.
Carolyn can give it to you, Tracy, but
Good idea, Karen.
I think.
She goes, "Carolyn said you asked for my address. Here it is."
You're out of control.
Yes, Mimi H. She does want to play in the diamonds. She got in here and got a couple of them on her nostrils, and then
Be careful, she
Oh,
doesn't.
I
She
think
exhaled
doesn't
and they went
inhale them,
flying.
and you have to go get them out.
I'm behind on my diamonds.
shower tonight.
What?
Really?
What happened?
High 61 said there's a meteor shower tonight.
Ooh.
Told you it was the end of the world.
I love those, Caroline.
What
Down
did you
at the
say,
college.
Carolyn?
I said, told you it was the end of the world.
Oh, I thought you said you wished.
Oh no.
Here we
I'm
go.
back.
I know you wouldn't say that.
Right.
That's why I said, what?
I wish I would have known. That sucks. I would have. Well, there was no way we could stay down there in Buffalo another night, but it's perfect down there because you get, you see the sky so clear.
Why couldn't you have stayed down there? Because you had to come home?
I'll
Yeah,
be
we
back.
have to come home for a couple of things.
Looking for something.
Is Dave home?
No, not yet. He stayed another night. He's coming back tomorrow.
Right. And he nothing about his arm for a while, right?
Right. Yeah,
Crazy.
I know. Oh, yeah. Jeanette's been in here. She was in here the last live tonight because I was chatting with her a bit. Hi, LMNW50. I think you said hi to me earlier. I missed it. Gonna send
Caroline.
Scooter shampoo in here.
Yes.
Oh, my. So-
Have you ever done teddy bear making?
No, I once bought patterns, but I never did anything.
Yeah, I did too. My daughter's got this beautiful, beautiful teddy bear,
Yeah.
but whoever made it for her never put the head on right. And it's got the wooden swivel in its neck already,
Yeah.
and the head is off completely. And I'm thinking about just stitching around the outside of the base of the material on the head, putting it over the swivel and just pulling it in and knotting it off. And it's just going to be a really turning head bear.
Yeah, I don't know, but maybe someone in the chat does. Anybody in the chat make teddy bears?
Scooter, I'm going to send you and Garnett some volumizer. And it's going to be a hairspray kind. And then you can, spiky. Do spikies.
Oh, it's Fred. Fred's here. Scooter's gone. Fred's here.
Oh,
Who's
please don't.
Fred?
Hi,
Please
Fred.
don't. We're getting in trouble. I can't get this to.
Hey, that's
tonight.
what's his
Hi,
name?
Fred.
Neighborhood.
Yes. Hi, Fred.
Oh, I forgot that
Mr.
was his,
Rogers' neighborhood.
that's
Yes.
his real neighborhood. That's his real name, Fred.
That's his
I
real name.
forgot.
Well, that's his
Fred.
real name and his TV
Did you
name.
guys see the movies with Tom Hanks?
No, I didn't see it, but I think I have it on DVD.
There were 2 movies,
My God, it
right?
talks.
I
You
heard
guys
there
were
were 2.
talking.
One way to show your love. Another way is letting people take good care of you when you need it.
I love
To
that.
watch that all the time.
I didn't buy Choice.
You didn't by choice? You didn't like it?
No,
I love
it's
the
always
Muppet part.
Mom would always turn it on, make me watch it. But
Yep,
I
beautiful day in the
liked him.
neighborhood.
I liked him.
Beautiful day in the neighborhood. Would you be
You
mine?
just,
Won't
you
be
know, a little bit.
mine?
I thought I was much
you
more
be my neighbor?
sophisticated.
You went on field
was-
trips and he had picture.
He was too
Yes.
babyish for me, I thought.
What was that other guy? Captain
Kangaroo.
Kangaroo.
Mr. Green
Yep,
Jeans.
kangaroo.
Mr. Green Jeans
didn't
and
watch
Bunny. What was the bunny's name? Carrots? What was the bunny's name?
Oh, you mean Bunny? Bugs Bunny?
Bunny Rabbit. No, I think his name was Bunny Rabbit. The little rabbit that had the,
Oh, Bunny Rabbit.
on
On Mr. Rogers' neighborhood.
no, on Captain Kangaroo.
That kangaroo. I have no idea
There was
who's
Mr. Green
on it
Jeans.
anymore. I forgot all of that. I didn't even know his name, Captain something.
Captain
You know,
Kangaroo.
he's still living, right?
What?
He's still living.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Unfortunately, I don't think so.
No,
Ooh.
unfortunately,
He was old when I was young.
sure he died.
We thought he was old. I
Oh,
bet
he
you. I
wasn't
bet
old.
you he really wasn't even that old.
He wasn't.
He
I'm
probably
telling you.
wasn't. He
Really?
had
When he
white
died,
hair.
he wasn't that old?
He had white hair, but he was probably like 40 years old. I'm telling you, we thought he was like 78.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I thought.
And
Yeah.
you know, when you're little, you think that anyway.
Yes, you
Yeah,
do.
Sesame Street, Carol. I love that one too. Sesame Street.
They said,
I even had my son and daughter watch that when they
I
were
remember
I
when I
didn't
was
get
12
to
years
that.
old and I
Big
tried
Bird.
to think of somebody really old and I thought of Johnny Carson. And he was probably like
jeez.
not even that old at the time.
Yeah.
Big Bird was my best friend.
what?
Big Bird was
Big
her best
Bird,
friend.
my
Big
best
Bird?
friend.
Yes.
Big-
And Snuffy. I love Snuffleupagus.
That was, but they had to change that. They had to
I
change.
like the
It was
count.
too traumatizing to kids that nobody ever saw Snuffy.
Really?
But they did.
Yes.
They kept him.
No, they kept him, but they let him be seen to everybody.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they used to have him. He was invisible, and Bird would
It's
go around
the
and say, "You've
colors.
got to see my friend Snuffy. Wait till you get back there." And he was
Vaughan.
gone, and everybody was like, "The Big Bird, you're a liar. There's no Snuffleupagus," and it was very traumatizing, even like as a kid.
Yeah,
Like, oh my
yeah,
gosh,
you
don't
know
leave
how-
him. Take him with you, Big Bird, so they believe you. Don't leave him. And it was just crazy. And then I think
Carolyn,
that,
do you
they had to
understand
stop that.
how many things traumatized us kids?
yeah,
When
but
And
we
see,
were
Oscar
I,
Oscar the
it's-
Grouch had to be taken out of the trash can because
I love Oscar.
Why?
he was taken out of the trash can.
Yes.
I don't
what
remember
me and
that.
my brother and sister were having a chat the other day. My brother said that Oscar was taken out of the trash
I'm gonna
can.
check that out.
So of the I don't know if it was the homeless situation or the yeah, we were just having this great big silly reminiscing conversation, and yeah, he said something about that, but I forgot to actually look up the story. And there's lots of things that they had to change in Sesame Street as things went along.
I didn't know that.
They had a lot of things that they did change
Are you
because a lot of
sure?
people also
Well,
retired
Gail, are
from
you
this
sure
show,
he still
too.
lives in a trash can though?
Yeah, he does live in the trash can.
He still lives there.
Unless he's still pulling our leg at 50.
Yeah, I think he is.
He
I
still
think he
walks
is
around.
pulling
If
your
he
leg.
has to move from place to place, you see his feet under like the trash can,
Yeah,
and he moves
yeah.
his trash can around.
My brother would
Yeah.
still do that. Also, it was funny that the lady that's been on the show the whole time, she's still on it. And
Maria?
they were saying how much plastic surgery she has because she still looks as beautiful and as young as when we were young.
Oh,
Maria?
gosh, what's her name? Maria.
Yeah, Maria.
Maria. Yeah.
She still looks as beautiful.
She's actually old. How old is she?
Yeah, but she looks beautiful.
You know
Oh,
what's
God, yeah.
you know what's funny is that I don't even think anybody told me that they changed the snuffleupagus thing, and I just thought about it one night, and I thought, like, why is he visible now? Like when my kids were watching it,
Yeah.
and I think I deducted it myself, but now I just read this, and it says the large
she's
and
only
friendly
65.
monster resembling an anteater made his first appearance on Sesame Street in 1971. But at this time, only Big Bird saw him. That's when I did not like that. No.
Yeah, I was
The
born
two
in
became
72.
close friends,
Nice.
but Snuffy's existence stayed ambiguous. He would shuffle off screen or just miss everyone. Big Bird insisted Snuffy was real, and no one believed him. For 14 years, the show kept up
Drug
the
it out.
question unanswered. Okay? It was going with this whole thing of a child's imaginary playmate, which a lot of kids have. And then
Yes.
Emilio Delgado, who has played Luis on the show since 1971, said that. But Martin P. Robinson, who performed as Snuffy since 1980, saw it differently. He was shy, he had bad timing, and the joke was he's big, you can't miss him, but adults being the way they are, preoccupied, going to work, they miss these little details. The producers realized this storyline needed to change in the early 1980s when an alarming issue started hitting the news. A 60-minute series on child abuse made the showrunners think that it would not be a good idea to continue a storyline where their main childlike characters wasn't believed by grown-ups. So they changed by revealing that Snuffy was real and not a resident of Big Bird's imagination would require some careful planning. The show asked childhood development experts to help them, and they came up with a 2-year scheme. In the first year, the cast members would learn that Big Bird could tell the difference between imaginary things and reality, and then some people would start to believe him about Snuffy.
Magical thinking.
Yeah, this is crazy. So yeah, that's exactly what they did. Maybe I read it somewhere, because why do I know that? It's so weird.
Well, kids go through magical thinking. That's a thing.
But it bothered me a lot when I was a
when
kid. I
they're
didn't like it.
2
I
to
really
5,
did not
I
like
think,
it.
To age
I
2 to
was
5.
I was born in 79, so I missed all that. Like,
I
seriously,
was
he was
born in
already around.
70. I was born in 72, so I grew up with just
I
knowing
grew
it.
up with them.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
just
grew
knowing
up
it.
with them. I grew up with all of them. And even the new ones. I know all the new ones, too. So,
My
They
kids
added
liked
a lot to it.
Rugrats for a while when they
Rugrats
were
was
real
awesome.
little. And oh my gosh, the big
Wow.
purple dinosaur,
Ew, Barney. Oh, God.
Barney.
Yuck.
My,
I don't like Barney.
My,
Or
my
Teletubbies.
youngest, the one
Nope.
that's a pilot. Oh my gosh.
No Barney or
had
Teletubbies.
every single Barney tape there was. And we had VCR.
Yeah,
And
VCRs. Yep.
Oh my gosh, you had to listen to that Barney all day.
Do you know the Wiggles?
Oh, of course.
Oh,
Oh,
the
my gosh,
Wiggles?
the Wiggles that
Yes, I
Ethan
like the
loved,
Wiggles.
and Luke loved
Right.
the Wiggles.
So we've
Toot,
seen
toot,
them
big
live
red
in
car.
concert, and
Wake up, Jeff.
Peter
Totally Maddie.
Coombs and all that live in concert. And my eldest daughter, when she was a baby, used to have to be on half hour, from every 2 hours to every 4 hours, half hour nebulizer treatments. And so it would be, if I put in a half hour tape or cassette into the video player when the treatment started, and she was allowed to get off when the treatment finished. And so if it was like half hour every 2 hours, there was only like an hour and a half break. And it'd be like what she chose would be played over and over again. And it'd be like, am I living in a real world? But it was the only way I could get her through those treatments.
Fruit salad.
Yeah, when Maddie was little, they took her to see the Wiggles because she loved them so much.
Oh, yes. Yes.
I
Wake up,
know
Jeff.
like them.
I don't know
Well,
them.
Wake
They're
up,
up with
Jeff.
great.
They're Australian. They're Australian, but they're
Yeah, but they were on Sprout here.
They
So
yeah,
they
yeah.
had them. Yeah.
Oh,
What
yeah,
were the
yeah.
other Tubby?
Teletubbies.
Teletubbies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I said. No
I'm
Teletubbies,
sorry,
no Barney.
guys. My memory's so bad. Teletubbies.
That's okay.
They literally had to take the purse off of the one Teletubby because it was
Yep.
setting a bad image.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
There's
Because it
more of a
was
story.
making-
Remember they go
Felt like it
gabba
was a
gabba
boy
gabba. What was
with
the
a
gabba
girl's
gabba
face.
gabba gabba? Yo gabba
Oh,
gabba.
Oh, yeah.
What about baby Jake?
What, Carolyn?
Yo gabba gabba.
Yo
What was
Gabba
that?
Gabba?
Yo
That's
Gabba
it. Yo
Gabba.
Gabba
Yeah, my
Gabba.
kids like that too. Yo gabba
Has
gabba.
anyone
yeah.
watched Baby Jake?
No.
Oh my gosh, it's all babble baby talk over and over
One of those
again.
over here.
The Rugrats
They
are going
like
on
that.
Oh,
whatever you
gosh,
call
yeah,
them,
the
a
Rugrats were like
relaunch,
that.
All
whatever.
kids love that routine over and over and over and over.
Yes. My son does because he has ADHD, so he'll watch something over and over. So
Yeah.
having it on the same episode over and over,
Yeah.
they would watch it. Oh yeah.
It's normal up to about like a certain age.
Yeah. He's 8 years old and he still does things
Oh
repetitive.
well, that's not.
He'll read okay, here's a copy of the Underpants
Oh, my
book.
back hurts.
He read it like 5,000 times. I just got it, literally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But he read it over and over. I mean, he can read it from cover to cover
That's
in one
great.
day. In one day.
Fantastic.
Well, he's going into third grade and he's tested. I think he's above a fifth grade level, but he tested up to a fifth grade level and then they cut him because they need to test him more next year. They needed more material. But I think he's in a high school reading material, honestly. He's
That's
he's
awesome.
that.
I
Yeah,
cannot
that
tell
good.
you enough how much
He
reading-
literally, I'm sorry, if he was
important.
somebody else's kid, I'd be saying the same thing. It's like,
A
oh my
little
God,
advice
this
to
kid,
you:
this
reading
kid does,
is
this
so
kid,
important.
this kid does not even he'll have a spelling test and they give him a list of words, 10, and he aces them. Every single one, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't even need to look at them. They'll just give him the words. I say, do you want to look at them? No. They're baby words. Because they'll do like she or why or whatever. He's like, why are they testing me on baby words? I'm like, this is your second grade reading, or this is your second grade level. Everybody's being tested on this. But it's babies. It's for babies. But he doesn't understand like the and stuff like that. They're trick words and a lot of people don't get it. THE, the, because it sounds like an A. So they'll do THA.
I'm
Not
dyslexic
THA.
with numbers.
He doesn't understand that. He's like, why do they do it like that, Mom? I don't know. It's just some kids are better than others. I don't know how to explain it. It's not that you're any better than somebody else or somebody's worse than you. It's just some people do it at a different pace than you do. He picks up like this, and some people don't. It's just the way they are. And I think it has a lot to do with his ADHD and the fact that he has been reading, literally reading himself since 4 years old.
Yeah, my daughter
That's
started
great.
really early. My daughter started at 3, and by the time we got to third grade, and I remember I saw the reading list, and I said, she's read all of this already. Is this all? And this was the highest reading group.
Carolyn, that's fantastic
Exactly,
that
Carolyn.
you encourage that.
Mm-hmm.
I
yeah.
can't tell you enough. There's been so much research, and I just know it anyway. Reading does tremendous things for IQ.
Schoolhouse Rock, somebody said. Yeah. I remember that one too. Schoolhouse Rock, Mickey Mouse Club. Oh, I love that one too.
MIC.
Yeah,
real
I
soon.
love that. The Schoolhouse Rock. That
K-Y.
was cool.
Why? Because we like you.
Remember?
Yeah. We should. That's what we should have. Something like
Sit
that.
on
Scooter.
Capitol Hill or whatever.
No, they
That was a
C.
good
We
one.
need a C though. We don't want to C. Y. Why? Because we have to go.
Because we gotta go.
Oh,
Yeah.
love you.
IMB. be real, be kind.
Nice.
L-I-N-G-S. See ya. See, it doesn't go.
See ya.
So you got to think if somebody can write something for that. Challenge.
Trolls, stay away.
Yeah, trolls.
Yeah, if there's
Hi,
a T in
trolls.
there,
Mouse.
bye, trolls.
R-A-M.
Don't come
M-O-U-S.
back.
Fraggle Rock. Oh,
Oh, my
God.
goodness.
Fraggle Rock. Yes, that was a great one.
Down in Fraggle Rock. Down in
Fraggle Rock. Oh. that
I
was
still
great.
watch Waltons and Little House on the Prairie. I love them.
You know what wasn't on for very long? It was only on in the 90s for like a couple of years. Dinosaurs.
Oh, yeah. But then
With Baby Sinclair and all that.
Yeah. New
That
school,
was so
New Zoo
awesome.
Review.
I
Oh,
loved
gosh,
that
used to
show,
love
but they
that.
took it off the air. I guess it wasn't popular enough, but it was on for like 2 or 3 seasons, and then they got
Children like sing-songy things.
That was more of an adult show, I think. Kind of like The Simpsons. They kind of made that into a kid show now, but
that's not
another
children's.
one. And Family Guy, they're all like adult.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I like South Park, for instance, but I try not to watch that around my son because he picks up on it.
Right.
He doesn't understand what they're saying, but he laughs, and I'm like,
All right.
do you even know what they're saying?
Rugrats is on a rewind or a relaunch or whatever they call
Rugrats,
it.
yeah, Rugrats was good. I like Rugrats. Dinosaurs, yes, I did, Tina. I loved dinosaurs. That was a great one. Full House was a good one. I watched that when I was a kid growing up. Full House, Friends. They have that actually on Nick at Night.
Yeah.
They still have Friends on.
Yep. Wonder Years.
Wonder Years was good. I watched Mr. Ed.
Yeah,
I
that
loved
one, we would
Mr.
only
Ed.
see that because that was like before my time, but they would have it on reruns, on black and
Had
white
it on Nick
reruns.
at Night.
They had it actually way before Nick at Night when we were homesick from school on a certain channel, and they had Dennis the Menace, and like I would love the Dennis the Menace ones. Oh, I love them.
And also Little Rascals.
Oh yeah, the Little Rascals. That used to be our gang
Scooby-Doo.
comedy or something.
My son actually watches the original Scooby-Doo, LMNW. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The original Scooby-Doo was awesome. He watches it on, he'll look it up on YouTube, and if they don't have it on YouTube, he'll look it on demand. He'll look everything up. All these different things. He was watching Betty Boop. I'm like, yo, you ain't watching that.
My son loved
I
Betty
was like,
Boop.
no more Betty Boop for you. Because that was back in the 50s or 40s or whatever they made that. That was an adult cartoon too.
I like
It was a
Popeye
sex symbol.
and olive
So I was
oil.
like, nope, no Betty Boop for you.
Yeah, that reminds me of Robin Williams doing Popeye and Shelley Duvall. Isn't it?
Yeah, I love
olive oil.
Popeye.
Popeye, the original Popeye,
She made a perfect
olive oil.
Of course, what's his name could do anybody.
Oh, Fuller House. I think I heard of it. I never watched it.
Which one?
Has anybody here heard of Fuller House?
Yeah.
Yep.
Whatever they call it. It's Full House.
Full House, but it's Fuller House.
Fuller
It had
now
more.
House. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. I heard it was not really that great, so I just never watched it. So I was more into work at that time anyway, so I never really watched it.
Hi, Sherry Duvall.
Johnny Quest. I never watched that one either. Anybody else watch that one? Johnny Quest.
My kids did.
Watched Partridge Family, Family Affair.
And my son did.
Family.
Um,
Yeah, I watched that
I
one.
watched Alf and
Alf was a good one too. I like that one.
What was after school? I'm trying to think
Punky
of ones I
Brewster.
watched.
Punky Brewster.
Oh, I love
Have you watched the
Punky.
rerun of Punky Brewster? It is
I
awesome.
love,
No.
oh, I love Punky.
Yeah, they've got a updated spin-off, or not spin-off. Oh, it is a spin-off, I
Awesome.
suppose.
It's a spin-off, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Updated.
really good.
Thanks for telling me
I
that.
loved
That's my
that.
favorite.
I
Punky
What's
Brewster's
that
my favorite.
The Brady
get
Bunch.
something, the Brady Bunch, yeah, and then all
Yeah,
the Brady
watch
Bunch.
Brady
Golden Girls.
Bunch.
Oh my God, the Golden Girls.
Pippi Longstocking.
Those were those girls were funny. One of them died, I think.
Partridge Family.
The older one died.
Trying to think. I started when I got out.
Carolyn, where'd you go? Carolyn.
I'm right here. I had to get something.
she ran.
What are you doing?
That's funny, Scooter.
getting
Where'd you
something.
go?
Where'd you go? Oh my God, where'd you
look at
go?
me.
She
Scooter
always
doesn't want to be
tries to
left.
sneak off. She always wants to take off, hide from us.
I do too. I have to go and get tea and stuff like that.
Well,
Danielle C.
Danielle C.
Hey, Danielle C.
She's yelling my name. What? Now what?
You're the best, Danielle C.
Hey, Scooter can leave at any time and nobody can call
Oh
her
my
back.
Gosh.
I
Look.
love Danielle C.
Betty White is still alive?
Mhm.
She's 99 years
Yeah.
old.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Holy crap, I thought she would have died too by then.
No, she's the only one.
She's on the new
Wow.
season. Heather, she's on the new season coming up of Dancing with the Stars.
No, she's not. No, she's not. Listen,
She was
look
no,
at her.
she
She's
was,
trying to
wasn't she
hide
on it last
behind-
year or the year before?
She's trying to hide behind this guy. Laughing. Yeah. Don't do that to me. I'm so gullible. Stop.
They don't have that show anymore. I think it's canceled anyway.
Is it
What,
Dancing with the Stars?
Stars?
I
Yeah.
haven't seen it. Yeah.
Probably
I think it's
because
over.
of the pandemic.
Maybe.
Oh, I never thought.
Do you
of
remember
that,
when
Carolyn.
do you remember when Kate from John and Kate plus 8 was on there and she was so bad?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she was terrible.
Yes.
And remember when she was on
What
The
happened to
View
her?
and
Is
they,
her
like,
show gone? Is she
shunned her?
gone? John and Kate plus 8?
What about them?
Is she
Do
still
you
around?
remember them shunning her on The View?
Kate?
Especially Whoopi.
Wait.
Maybe you didn't see
No.
that episode. She was went on like a
Right.
junket. They called it a junket. I think she might have wrote a book or something right after the divorce or after she found out that he was fooling around, and she got an agent and did all this stuff, and she was on The View, and they were kind of, especially Whoopi was kind of shunning her.
Well, yeah, I imagine. I mean, she bought that really big house in Pennsylvania, and then
Yeah,
she did
really
something.
close to my house.
Yeah, but then she did something really weird. She bought that house, and it was all brand new, and then
died.
she like redid the kitchen again, even though I don't even understand what that was. And then I don't even know how, because then he left her. And I thought for sure she's going to lose that house. How's she going to pay for that house? But because she lost her show, and then she had those German shepherds. Remember when she
She
rehomed
lost
those?
the show because John wouldn't participate. So now they tried Kate.
They tried
Plus
Kate
eight.
plus 8, and then she actually in one of
Didn't
those
work.
shows she was right over here. She rented a house on Lake Wallenpaupack. I couldn't believe it, and she brought they had a new puppy at the time, or
Flintstone. Oh yeah.
2 puppies at the time.
And another thing too is what happened, why Whoopi was kind of giving her a hard time is she said that she was all upset because they were supposed to
Capture the Green River Killer.
in the agreement agree on the babysitters. Well, he was sleep. Oh, well, he was with the
Yeah,
babysitter.
let me see what happened to her.
And so, anyway, she showed up on his time, his visit time, in the driveway and sat there and cried for a long, long time. And, Whoopi was like, yes, but that's his time. You can't go do that, which I understood. I got that point, You may not like it, but it is John's time. They were sharing the house off
I have,
and on.
they're going to still be on. It's going to be John +4 and Kate +4.
No, then they
Oh.
had Kate plus date. Is that still on? I'm looking at it right now.
I didn't know about that, but I know they were trying to fix her up. It's
Okay, so yeah,
there was a rumor that her bodyguard was.
Oh yeah, wait, no, was it her bodyguard? Because it was
the bodyguard, but I don't believe stuff.
Oh, see? She sold that house. She sold that house, guys. Yeah. I never thought she'd sell that house. She sold that house for $1.1 million. She sold her Warnersville, Pennsylvania, where the family filled.
Well, how big is it?
6 bedrooms, 7 baths, sold for $1.1 million, according to a Zillow listing. Let me see. Here's the Zillow listing. Because it's so weird because she, here, I'll pull it over there. She redid the kitchen twice in that house.
But I have a mansion in my hometown, that's selling for almost $1 million. It's small. It's a mansion, but it's small, like the acreage and all that.
That's hard to believe.
On the corner.
You know what it was?
Yeah. It's historic. So you're not even allowed to touch like stained glass windows, that kind of thing. It's selling for $1 million.
My ex-husband and I's house was like $500,000. And I can't believe that real estate is so crazy. It wasn't a mansion.
It's a seller's
now it did
market
have
right
it
now.
did have a I think I told you guys it had a in-law suite. I guess that did it.
Oh, nice.
Hi everyone.
Total house.
I'm going to drop down now because I got family coming. They're coming home from work. So
you.
Yeah, I love you all. All right. So
yeah, thanks for coming on the panel. Yep. Nice chatting
thank
with
you.
you.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Everybody.
That's a nice home. That I would love a kitchen like that. Seriously, I'm all about the kitchens. That is beautiful.
Yeah, but they moved.
I would buy that just for the kitchen.
Right. They had like a Cape Cod home, and they were in that, and then. You know what? I'm surprised that it looks like a new home, but these vanities look dated. The bathroom looks dated.
They probably had to fix them up.
It doesn't look like. But I like the idea they have all that storage under the stairs. But then she can't have a basement under there because she couldn't have that.
Literally a shower right next to the bathtub. Literally. You want a shower? Take a shower. You want a bath? Take a bath.
See, that looks.
That is awesome. I would love something like that.
I wonder if maybe it was. See,
you think that's all like the cabinets?
Some of this stuff looks
stairs?
weird. Some of that looks like really dated.
Dated,
yes. This is like this looks like maybe they had. I don't know that stuff looks.
They might have had stuff done to it. They might have had to.
Because I thought it was
maybe things are falling apart.
Brand new home. They got this right as they got divorced. I was amazed that she was able to live in it for so long.
Yeah,
and where were all the kids' crooked houses that they had? The kids had all those crooked houses.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Carolyn.
Yeah.
I have a crooked home. It all leans forward.
No. They were little crooked houses. They were little guest houses.
I know what you
for the kids.
meant.
Oh, okay. And let's see. So the house was sold on January 26th after being listed for 1.2 million in October.
That's a lot for that area, Carolyn.
Kara and Maddie are 20. The sextuplets are 16 years old.
Wow,
And let's see. The house sits on 23 acres
One
of
of the
private
kids
land.
they're having trouble with,
Oh,
Carolyn.
it was built in 1997. So, okay, that
Okay.
makes sense. That was
Okay.
probably from the original kitchen, but she did the other. So, in 1997, and they didn't move in until it was, which has oak interior, boasts 6 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms, as well as a game room. Front door with ornate glass.
They
door.
had a huge basement, unless it was a third floor. The thing is they were the last thing they were giving her a hard time about is that, and he's suing her over this too. Is one of the boys, had to be put into a special home, and he is livid over that. But apparently, she said, no, I don't know, some kind of illness.
Now, I wonder why she said, why'd she sell it?
I don't know. Maybe she alone? No, that
Well,
can't
she
be.
had to
I was
make
gonna say
money,
maybe
you
she
know,
alone
and she
can't
needed-
afford it.
She needed to get an agent, and she did right away. That's why you saw her everywhere.
So wait. So they got a divorce, correct?
Mm-hmm.
If both of their names were on the deed, she would have had to buy him out.
But that was a
order
long
to
time
get
ago. She got that house. She's had it for a
Yeah.
long, long time.
No, yeah, they.
But if she put his name on the deed, that means it's both of their own.
Yeah, but they worked it out. You know, with a lot of arguments. But
Maybe she just wanted to move closer to family. I don't know.
I thought she needed an agent, and she was always traveling New York and California, and I thought she needed to make money. She even said that. She said, "How am I going to raise these kids? You know, I'm going to have to do something, and you can't do anything. What are you going to do in Pennsylvania?"
All right.
Carolyn, Puddin 806 wants to know whatever happened with Sleeping Beauty possibly buying that house.
Oh, it was sold. She couldn't get it.
That's what I thought. I didn't want to say because I wasn't real sure.
The brick home was built in 1997. Okay, let me see. According to the Zillow. Yeah, you said the truth about it, but what? Come on.
See what it says about one of the kids. I don't know.
Oh, Colin, yes, Colin had to go.
Colin.
Right.
I don't know what was wrong with him though. ADD, something. I don't know. It would be a severe, like a spectrum, maybe on a spectrum.
Let me
And
see.
he was
Colin
so-
likes to be in charge and control. I don't know.
I don't want to say something that's wrong.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm just
trying-
speculating because I have no idea.
Trying to see
Yeah.
why she had to
Something
sell
was
this
wrong with
house.
Colin.
Oh, here we go.
Was-
Amid money woes. Okay. So, the end of an era, Kate Goslin sells her Pennsylvania home where she and her family filmed their shows. According to Zillow, the 7,591 square foot home residence sold for $1.1 million. Okay, and that was $214,000 under the initial asking price. I wonder what
Wow.
the property.
Yeah.
They bought that like a long time ago. So
the property, and they had barns. They had a barn.
Kate and
on
John
Told you, the
bought the
buyer's
house.
market
Oh,
now.
wait a minute. Listen to this. Kate and John bought the house in 2008 for $1.1 million. And she
Oh, so
sold
they're
it for
selling it for
$1.1
$1.2
million. Wow.
I totally believe that because that was right before the crash.
They bought it in
The
2008.
The
Yeah.
crash of the, or no, it was right after the crash. I'm sorry, of the
2000,
real
yeah.
estate.
Wait a minute.
real estate crash.
2008. And so.
So they
yeah.
were able to get it real cheap.
Source previously, no, they didn't get it real cheap.
No.
No, because they sold it now for 1.1 million.
So they're selling it
And they
basically
bought
for
it in
almost the same
2008
price.
for 1.1 million. It is the same price.
I just don't think that's a lot for the acres and the barn, and although it is Pennsylvania,
It's not a lot for that, actually.
that
No.
area is not, it's not metropolitan.
Hey, I'm in PA, darn it.
A source
You should know my
previously
area.
told In Touch
Parts
that
of
the
it.
busy mom isn't broke,
Certain parts
but her
of it.
finances are not what they used to be. She's not working, so there are no
That's
checks
what I
coming in.
said.
It costs a lot of money to care for the kids and the lifestyle that she's accustomed to. Having a hit TV show had a lot of perks. Things have definitely changed, and that's why she's looking to sell her home. The insider added that it doesn't help. Her ongoing custody battle with John never seems to end. Now that the kids are getting older, and Colin and Hannah moved out
How old
to
are
live
the
with
kids?
to 16 and 20 to live with their dad. It seems that Kate Plus Date alum is hoping for a fresh start. That said, it sounds like the move won't be without a little drama. According to John, daughter Hannah was super upset that her mom put her childhood home up for sale. Her house is listed, and she doesn't even notify Hannah that she's moving. The reality TV dad claimed on, let me see here, hold on. Claimed on, what did he claim that on? The Dr. Oz show in November. John added that he found out the news via text message. She was pretty much upset. That was her childhood home her mother was selling. She didn't even call to say, hey, do you want any of your stuff or anything? Hey, I need to sell this house. There is no contact. No.
Well, yeah, that'll put a kink in things.
And she got Dancing with the Stars. See, she got an agent, and they got her all these jobs.
Mary Brown. Did you know Mary Brown? It says she left Cody for a new guy.
What?
She's done. That's what it says. She's done. The past few
No,
years
I
have been
watched
full of ups
that.
and downs for Sister Wives star Mary Brown and her husband Cody. But she's finally hit a high note, and it tends to keep it that way. A source said to Life and Style that the 47-year-old has found a new man and a new life in Utah, and she has put all the drama with her estranged husband and his 3 other wives, Janelle, Christine, and Robin, behind her. Mary has relocated to Utah, the source says, and the star, who previously fled her native Utah for Las Vegas in order to escape persecution under Utah's strict anti-polygamy laws. She is staying at her great-grandparents' home that's a bed and breakfast, and she's loving it there.
You know
sad,
what?
and-
They all wanted to go back to Utah.
Right, and while she's crazy about her new life, away from all the drama that came with the polyamorous crew, it would appear she hasn't totally cut out her loved ones. She's trying to at least build a friendship with Cody for the sake of the reality show, but you're not going to see them faking it for the cameras anymore. Mary and Cody is
Don't you think
24.
it's always been that way? If anybody watches it.
Mary and Cody's 24 years marriage was nothing short of an emotional roller coaster. The two, who were only parents to one child, 22-year-old Mariah, tied the knot in April of 1990, and they brought in their first additional wife, Janelle, in 93. Christine joined the family the following year, and the pair ended their legal marriage in September of 2014, so the father of 14 could legally marry his newest wife,
Adopt
Robin.
the kids.
The government
Yeah.
only recognizes one legal marriage of Cody's, but with all of the wives, he has spiritual unions. After they called it quits, legally their marriage took another hit when Mary was caught in a catfishing scandal in May of 2015. Months after her divorce was finalized, the reality star began
Remember that?
talking to a man named Sam Cooper, who she met on Twitter behind Cody's back.
Who was a woman?
Right. And her name was Tasha. No. Who met on Twitter behind Cody's back. The ongoing conversation. I thought that's what I read here. I was like, what? Conversations eventually turned romantic, but came to a screeching halt after 6 months when Mary learned that Sam was actually a woman named Jackie. She was a known con artist. So, yeah, it was right.
I
And
remember.
it made a big fuss between her and her daughter.
Today, Mary's life
daughter.
is, significantly less dramatic thanks in part to the new love in her life, whose life could not be more different from her estranged husband. Her new man is a close friend of one of her sister's husbands. He is very blue collar. He's not a fame seeker. He's a nice person, which Mary needs. Bye, Cody.
She always seemed miserable, didn't she? Whoever watched them. Did any of you watch it?
Yeah, I did.
I used to. Yeah, I used
Bye,
to.
Cody.
I watch it.
See you later.
Did you ever fantasize about it though? Like, like I always wanted a lot of kids, but I wanted to graduate and make a lot of money first, you know,
Right.
and have a big enough house and all that stuff. But you know, it could be kind of cool to, you know, like a house would be clean and I could work all day.
Yeah, you just think like, hey, what if you have really messy sister wives? They're messier than anyone. So, hey, Luann, did you put that wash in?
You gotta work that stuff out.
Yeah, but what if they're messy and they're worse than anything you can imagine?
Supposed to babysit.
Right, but what if they don't? What if they're airheads and stuff? And you don't know.
I refuse to give my children over to a stranger babysitter, or you know, like I was not going to finish college. I was going to put it off. It was, and I never thought I would do that, but my mom took over him, Trevor, when he was newborn. But there's no way I could give a newborn over to a, you know, do you all feel that way? I just couldn't. I have nothing against daycare. Daycare is great. You need to have daycare, get some socialization and things limited before, you know, like school starts. But I don't know.
She lives in North Carolina now. No, not Mary. Kate. She lives in North Carolina.
I wouldn't have thought that. I know they did a lot of trips down there.
I thought you meant Betty White.
Oh no. Let me see if I can find her new house. I wonder what her new house is like. Let's see.
I know, I'm just kidding, Tracy.
I know. I know you're smarter than that.
I'll be right back.
What did she? She moves there with 4 of her 8 children. So 4 of her 8 children now.
Well, the older ones are in college, right?
Those, yeah, okay, those are
the twins.
Wait a minute. What did she have? Only 6, right? So he took 2. She has 4. Right, and the twins are in college. Okay, I got it.
College age. They're college, and
currently Kate lives with 6 of her children, although 2 of them are in college. They are the twins, Maddie and Kara, who live on the university campus. On the other hand, 2 of the 6, Hannah and Colin, currently live with their father.
Well, I heard Colin was living in a hospital.
No, they have a picture of him right here.
Not a hospital, but a place that could help him.
A residential center, but not according to that. So I don't know.
Yeah, I saw a whole thing on that. She was talking about it.
I want to know, where does she live now?
She didn't live very far from me. Let's see, near Hershey Park. And Hershey Park is 2 hours from me.
Wernersville is where she lived. Pennsylvania, Wernersville, Pennsylvania. See,
I
it's
was one of those people that liked Dawson's Creek.
some of the viewers of Kate Plus 8 and John and Kate Plus 8 kept up with the news. Sadly, the status of the Goslin tribe played out in the headlines over the last decade. Said with 2 of the sextuplets living with John and the other 4 with Kate, it's a family split. From what John reports, the 2 kids who live with him, Hannah and Colin, don't have much contact with their siblings. Recently, one of the Goslings family's 20-year-old teens packed up to leave college for good, and when she did, she offered a tour. Maddie shared her feelings about her dorm room she called home while at college, and it said, let's see, what did it say?
That's ridiculous, though.
Maddie's sadness paints a picture. With Maddie's time in college at an end, soon she'll start a new chapter in the life of Maddie Goslin heads out as an adult into the workforce. Kate recently sold the family house in Pennsylvania, moved to North Carolina. They compared her emotions today of moving out of her dorm to how Maddie didn't express the sadness that her childhood home went up for sale. Reports indicated that the dorm room was Maddie's refuge. She felt removed from the uproar going on at home as her parents bickered in the headlines.
Yeah, but it's important to keep the family together regardless. Even if, I'm very close to my ex-husband and his wife.
Mm-hmm.
They helped me move in.
Where did she move to, though?
It was for my kids,
Mm-hmm. I just wonder where she moved to in North Carolina.
I kept the pain bottled in.
So see, because the last time she had a bunch of dogs and a bird. She had a bird. She had dogs. I would never picture her having a bird because...
2 big German Shepherds. Why would you do that?
No, but then she got rid of those. She had those with John, and then she got rid of them. And people went nuts, and then she got new dogs.
Why would you dogs are part of your family. I shouldn't be saying this stuff, really.
She got new dogs.
I'm ashamed of myself.
And she brought the dog to the Lake Wallenpaupack, because I did see that one.
I don't like to judge people.
But she, I just wouldn't want to know where she's in North Carolina.
I should be keeping my mouth shut about that. Lucy, I could never give you away. No.
Why don't they have
No.
Hey, I got cats. I love cats.
Could
What's
never
wrong with
give
cats?
you away.
I couldn't give my kitty cats away.
They're
Cats are just the same as dogs. I cuddle with my kitty cat at night.
parts of my family.
Yes, they're my fur babies. Literally.
She says she's a mom of 8 human kids, 3 furry kids, 1 feather kid. And she still has Watch Kate Plus, on her Instagram, it still says Watch Kate Plus 8, starting June 10th. Yeah, that's not true. And then she still has a picture from her old, this must be old. You know what I hate about Instagram? It's so hard to see it 2 weeks. How could she have that? She just showed that in their old house. What is she, recycling pictures?
Probably.
What you want, little girl? You wouldn't go out with me.
Wait, I thought she doesn't have a job anymore. She's saying watch it now, Kate Plus 8 on TLC. How could this be? They just said, oh, that's 95 weeks ago. So her Instagram is way, way behind here.
The last one wasn't. I was like five years ago, and it was Kate Plus 8.
No, I'm just looking at her Instagram.
Oh.
Why am I yelling at Scooter? Someone yell at Scooter. Why are we yelling at Scooter? Scooter had to go somewhere.
But see,
She had to
okay,
pee.
it was my own backyard. That was 57 weeks ago. Those kids are all older now because it said that's 54
Yeah,
weeks
they're in
ago.
college.
Yeah,
and
this is old. This is really, really old.
Colin's out of that school because John yanked him out.
This is
They're
old.
telling us to yell at Scooter for coming back. They have to, or she has to come back because she left us. Maybe she had to pee or something.
It's old. Yeah, I've got to go to bed because anyway, I've got a big freaking day
Oh
tomorrow.
yeah, I
I'm
wasn't
tired.
feeling really good.
I
Real
have
quick.
an apartment inspection and they got a spray because they
Oh.
always do the first time you move in.
I wasn't feeling real good today at all because of my
I
COVID
was
shot.
Really?
sick yesterday.
Yeah, I had the J&J
Oh
on
yeah.
Monday, so that way it was one and done.
Glad you like my hair.
Scooter's doing gang signs.
I trust you guys' opinions.
Yeah, no, your hair looks really good.
Love you guys.
All right, love you guys. God bless.
All right,
Bye
love you
bye.
guys. See ya,
All right,
Ramblers. Bye,
adios.
panel. Bye, everybody.
Bye.